Hi everyone. I thought I have been up since so early this morning, and I just thought maybe I would I have to make some stuff to get out in the mail. So, hi Mary Lou. So I thought maybe I'd work on it and hang out with you guys cuz I got my work schedule, and so I won't be live streaming on Tuesday because I'm working. So I thought maybe I'd just come on and hang out with you guys a little bit. I have to make some painty papers and I don't know, a bunch of stuff. So how are you? So I got my exciting new work schedule, which I'm honestly very excited about, but at the same time, I'm a little overwhelmed. Not gonna lie, I'm totally overwhelmed. I am super overwhelmed, and it's been a long time since I've been in that corporate environment, and it can be kind of stressful. So, and I'm sure I'm just projecting my own insecurities and all the other crap that that everybody does, right? That we all do for ourselves. And so I just thought, if today's my last real day of no worries, I'm gonna get some stuff done that I need to get done. So hang on, I'm just putting it in our Facebook group that we're on, and then hopefully some other people will join us, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I can't see the chat, so just give me a second, and I'll be back. I don't say that I'm nervous about this job. I just think, when you haven't done a corporate job in a long time, that I think it's one of those things. I'm having some computer issues too on top of it today. I don't know why. It's so stupid. I don't know why. I'm having a computer issue for a moment. Why will it not let me do this? Oh my gosh, seriously. Guys, I don't know what's wrong. I may not even be able to post it in our Facebook group because my computer's deciding it's not doing it, which is silly. So I don't know what you guys do on Sundays. Generally, if the little one's home, my littlest one, she and I go to the beach, or we do, we do something that she really wants to do because, school starts. Oh yeah, it posted. But today, it's just me. It's just me by myself because my hottie got up and left. Okay, good. Now I can see the chat. Hi, Clara. Hi, Diane. Hi, Mitt. Hi, Lala. Sorry, I was just trying to post it in our Facebook group. So all I was saying is that it's Sunday morning. It's actually 8 a.m. here, and I've been up since 5. So I was cleaning up my craft space, trying to figure out. I have all these collaboration and design team videos to finish. And I was just trying to figure out how to plan my days so that I can make it happen. Do you know what I mean? So I was doing that, and then I realized that I have you would think as many painting papers as I've made over the years that I would have this plethora of painting papers, but I don't. So I'm gonna make some painting papers, but I wanted to show you guys a couple things that I was working on the last time. I was doing this magazine transfer. I think it came out great. I still have to see where it's hazy. It still has a layer of paper over it. And I have not even finished this uh, recipe journal. I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna try to finish it over this next week so that I can give it to my daughter. I think she finds out in like 10 business days from Monday if she passed her test. So fingers crossed that she passed it. So if you guys haven't tried this, it's a gesso transfer. Like this is another one. I'm sort of in love with this gesso transfer, and I think, so what I'm going to do is this is going to be a recipe journal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like do a little bit of art on it. I think I'll end up sewing the side so that it has a tuck spot, and then I'm going to paste like recipes that are our favorites. I like the way it came out too. Recipes that are like stuff I cook all the time, or stuff that she would like to know how to cook. And what was so sweet is I picked her and her partner up, her boyfriend up from the airport yesterday, and then we went out for lunch, and they were like talking to me about cooking, and it was very sweet. Like she has no idea I'm making this. We were talking about cooking, and he was telling me his mom was not a very good cook, and she said, she didn't really take an interest in cooking until she's like finding it that when she goes out to eat, that the food's not as good as what she has at home. So it was very sweet. So I'm gonna start. I think I was originally gonna handwrite the recipes, which I might still. I mean, my handwriting's not the best, but it's okay. Hi, Kate. How are you? How have you been? How are you, Miss Kate? What's going on with you? How have you been? So, how have you been, Mama? How have you been? How's your summer been so far? But see, if I keep rubbing the paper off, do you see it'll eventually it may not become as bright as this, but it'll get better. But you can see like there's a very thin layer of paper over it. But you do have to take your time with this method and be not in a hurry, or you can mess the whole thing up. You're with your kids. You're enjoying your summer? Oh, good. I'm so happy. I've seen some of the pictures you posted. Everybody looks like they're having a great summer. Guys, the school year is like the summer's too short here. We only get like, I don't know, it's like 8 weeks or something for summer, or like 10 weeks. Not enough for me. I used to love those wonderful long summer vacations, or at least they felt long when you were a kid, right? Those long summer vacations, and then you have to go back to the grind of school. Are you getting ready for school? Are you prepping for the summer too, Kate? So, did you guys get over to Carehart's auction yesterday? You guys, yesterday like got out of hand for me. My partner, he gets up every single morning, like not every morning, but I would say 5 out of the 7 mornings. Hi, skinny cat. How are you? 5 of the 7 mornings he gets up and has to be to work before 7. So he has to leave our house before 6. So I get up at 5. I don't have to, but I do to get up to support him. He's sort of like, I told you guys, he's like Magoo. He's like Mr. Magoo. I don't know. We all call him Magoo. But do you guys see? That's the magazine gesso transfer. It works so good. So for those images that you want to add to, because you could actually write over it. The texture of it's really smooth, and you could use probably a Posca pen or a gel pen or something where you would see it show up on this particular one. But it came out really good. I like it. You were able to get to the auction. Well, I missed the auction, and so you're teaching 2 weeks of the summer school, Kate. Wow. Hi, Kathy. Anyway, so I missed Care's auction. Yesterday just got away from me. Yesterday was like a day where I usually get up early with him, and you know what? I didn't. You guys, he gets home really late from work, and then I usually get up with him early, make him some food, and I don't have to, but if I don't, he really doesn't eat. Not because he can't make it himself. It's just he gets home so late. By the time he gets up in the morning, he's Magoo. He's Magoo. Look, this also has a magazine transfer. I don't know how well you can see it. The lips are a magazine transfer. So anyway, so I missed Care's auction. So I went back to sleep. So instead of me getting up, I didn't get up until like, I don't know, 11, which for me is like really late. I mean, really, sleeping really late. And I had all the stuff I needed to get done. You're trying to pay off your Maui vacation. I totally get it. All right, Vicky, what are we supposed to call you? Because it's not Vicky Sparkles anymore. Hi, Bunny. Love you, Bunny. We're supposed to call you Jody, right? Right, Vicky? Jody? I have my electrolyte drink, which I have to tell you, I'm in love with these things. I think it's called Ultimate Electrolytes. So good. So I got up so late, I didn't get to do anything. And then the next thing I know, my daughter texted me. She goes, "Aren't you picking us up from the airport?" I'm like, oh my God. Because I told them, I said, please message me when you are leaving Oahu. They were on Oahu. She had to take her test there. So I'm going to jelly print a little on to start some bases of my painting papers, and then I'll stamp and stuff over them. Or I don't know, do something else. You guys, I got this big, huge jelly plate. My hottie bought it for me. I haven't used it yet. And when I was cleaning, I told you guys I have half my supplies in my bedroom and half of them out here in my little space. Hi, Nancy. No, Vicky's okay. You don't want us to call you Jody? You missed Care's auction because you had to take a nap. Well, I didn't get to do anything, but I watched a little of the replay, and so if she has, I'm just letting you know what I did. There was a couple things in the auction that didn't sell that I thought, wow, I might like that. So I messaged her on Facebook. So you go, all the proceeds of any of her sales go to basically the postage of the Disabled Artist Foundation, or sometimes she buys jelly plates or whatever for the members, for the people that are in her group, and it's a completely confidential group. So if you know of an artist that maybe just doesn't have the finances to really support an artist therapy, and I enjoy it a lot. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited about this jelly plate. I can't tell you. So if you feel like it, go over and watch her auction, or message her on Facebook and say, hey, I didn't get to buy anything. What's left? Occasionally she makes multiple kits of things, so there are leftovers. And I don't know when she's doing it next month. I don't have the whole 411. So, hi, Lynn. This was okay, so I realized, you guys, for those that are new, I just got here. I got a job. And I realized, this morning I was, putting together all my stuff that I need to, since I was up at 5, I was putting together all my stuff that I need to do for my, stuff that I won't be able to get to unless I make a priority of it. So I put all that together, and I realize I'm probably not going to be able to, I think I might be able to live stream next Friday, but I'm not 100% sure. But I definitely won't be on Tuesday. So if I don't get a chance to make a video, since this is my first week at work, please be patient with me. I will eventually get in my groove. What job? Are you ready? Hi, Cheryl. I am curating and rebranding a store. So I'm working for this big company, and they have, I think, I don't know if they have more than a dozen stores. I don't know if it's 18 stores. Honestly, I don't know, you guys. They told me, but my head didn't retain it. So I'm rebranding them. They have sort of high-end Hawaiian living stores, meaning they really do support a large amount of craftsmen here in the islands, and they do manufacture their own stuff. They manufacture koa wood furniture, which koa is a Hawaiian hardwood, and I know my brayer's dirty, but it still works. And eventually I will soak it in Murphy's oil soap, and it'll all work out. So I'm gonna rebrand their store and make it like a luxury gallery. What's exciting for me, the creative part is I get to go around and I get to curate and find artists that I really like their work. And because my taste is probably a little bit more eclectic than, say, like the average person's taste, I'm looking at it as like a real opportunity to showcase some artists that might not get that opportunity, because, sometimes when your art's a little bit more out there, say, than everyone else's, people you're not always the one people go to. Does that make sense? Gosh, you guys, this is the biggest jelly plate I think I've ever... No, it's the biggest one I've ever had, but it's like it's a big jelly plate. Anyway, so where's my jelly plate tools? This is my favorite jelly plate tool if you guys ever find one. It's a Tupperware pot scraper. Look at it. It has dots. It has a comb. It has this. I like it. I don't know where I got it. I must have got it at a yard sale, or honestly, I don't know. Maybe I got it at a thrift store. Or maybe somebody sent it to me in Happy Mail. I don't know. It's terrible. So I'm super excited about that part. The part that's a little daunting for me is finding a staff. Because you guys have to battle for me as far as a working gallery or successful gallery. And I'm going to print on this Restoration Hardware catalog. I don't know why I like them. I do. It's ridiculous, but I do. And they're free. So if everybody was asking me, but I'm just telling you, it's what I'm printing on today. So I'm a little nervous about the staffing thing, because the staff, your staff is everything. So I'm a little nervous to see what who I can find, and I don't want to just take anybody, because this sort of branded store, or this is their flagship store. They're going to do 4 more after this, and they asked me if I would do the other 4, and 3 more, and I said, can we just get through the first one, because you guys, sometimes, at least here, things don't always manifest the same way as they do on the mainland. Like what an idea is here may not translate well. I'm super excited. Do you know how much I love art? Oh, big hugs, Kate. Big hugs. I'm happy to see you. Hi, Irene. Greetings to you from the Netherlands. Okay, let's see how this came out. You guys, most of these are going to generally be cut up into used as collage bases or pieces or bits or pieces, but I really like this one, but it needs to dry. So I don't know. We'll see how things go. I'm excited, but I'm also a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous. Fun fact, people who wear light blue and bright yellow clothing are perceived as more friendly than others not wearing those colors. Hey, I didn't know that. It's awesome. It is a perfect job for me, Kathy. I hope it's successful. It is a perfect job for me. It is an absolute perfect job for me. I agree. Well, what's kind of even nicer is I wasn't really looking for a job. So this friend of mine called me and told me this gallery in our town, and it's sort of a big deal gallery, was looking for art consultants. And, he hemmed and hawed, he's like the manager there, so he hemmed and hawed, and he was like, please apply, please apply. So I'll tell you how it came about. So for like the 15 seconds I was on Indeed, when you're applying for a job on Indeed, I guess I didn't know this, but you can make your resume public or private. You guys, I never apply on Indeed. I never apply for anything like that, you know? So for the 15 seconds that my resume was public, this lady from Human Resources for this company found me. And she was like, you know, she was really aggressive, and I appreciate that in people. She was like, you're perfect for this job, blah, 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 and can we have a phone interview? I mean, she was urgent about it, where you find when you live here that there's not a lot of urgency. I'm going to love this. I'm going to do more layers. Oh, this is just a drugstore bag. How many of you guys have this stuff in your stash? It's like ridiculous, right? But I got to use it or lose it. So that's my goal, is to use it. So anyway, I appreciated her. She was very urgent in her conversation with me. She was very urgent in her, like, there was a sense of urgency, and she was just like, please don't let this pass by. You know, she was just like, you know, she was selling me, but she was also saying, look, you know, I can see from your resume that you've taken a hiatus, and that's understandable because you guys, the art business is really stressful. I'm really going to love this when it dries. I may do another layer on top of it, but it's a little wet because my green paint is like almost out, so I wanted to use it so it's a little watery. So, you know, I appreciated her urgency. I also appreciated the fact that she was really honest with me. She was like, you know, it's not for everyone, blah, blah, blah. You have many CVS bags? Ooh, I would be like jelly printing away. So how are you, Miss Cheryl? You like the yellow and blue? So she was honest with me, you know, and I appreciated the candor of her conversation, and that she was like, you know, just saying, like, she was saying things to me that, you know, I would say to somebody that was applying for a job, or, you know, that I'd really want to work with. But the staff thing is a little bit stressing me out. So anyway, she found me in that 5 minutes that I was live, corresponded with me. I had a phone interview. I happened to be in Oahu visiting my sister, who was visiting her daughter, because her daughter goes to college there. And my sister was like, it's better that you come here, because remember I told you guys I was supposed to go see her in the Carolinas where she lives? And she was like, it's better that you come and see me here, because then you don't have to fly the 13 hours, because it is a long flight. So I managed to turn my schedule around and go see her. And when I was in Oahu, the lady called me for a phone interview. And she says, oh, I'm going to have the CEO of our company call you. And I sit with my sister. And, you know, the last company job that I had, I worked for a company, and the guy was a crook. So that's kind of why I stopped, because I was just like, I was burned out, you know? So the guy was a crook, and I have to see people face to face. And the last job that I took, you guys, like this, I didn't interview face to face, so I didn't see the guy's face. Charlie, stop. Because I had to put Charlie's dog bed like right next to me, because otherwise she'll try to crawl in my lap the whole time I'm sitting here, and it's ridiculous. So and I'm only going to do one side because it's usually glued down the other. Olivia, turn 1. You're doing jelly bits, and you're doing good. Stop yourself right now. Stop. And Olivia, turn 1. Ashley's 4. Oh, Cheryl, that's awesome. Would you please stop, Charlie? You guys, she's missing everyone. She doesn't understand that there's like no, like every little noise she hears, she thinks somebody's coming home, and it's not. So anyway, I'm excited about the job, but I also don't have, but usually I have a pool of applicants that I've saved up from all that. I don't anymore. Oh, I'm loving this one. Do you guys like this one? Hi, Angela. Angela, how did your shower go? Angela did a book shower. Was it a baby book shower or a children's book shower? How did it go? Anyway, so I'm starting, and I'm trying to get myself excited about it, like more, but I'm also like, I don't want to say I'm nervous, but I am. I'm a little anxious, a little nervous, because I want, guys, I want it to go well. But I also don't want to have to work. You guys, the store's open 90 hours a week. I also don't want to have to work 90 hours a week until I find somebody. So, Angela, tell me how it works. Angela said, yes, she had a baby book shower, and then it went really well. Tell me how it works. Can you tell me how the baby book shower works? I've never been to one. Okay, so the paint's dried on my jelly plate, but I can still add another layer. Let me figure out what color I'm going to add. I'll add a yellow layer. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Carla. How are you? How are you, Miss Carla? How's things in your world? Anyway, I don't know if Care has any more. She had some kits I saw in her store. I mean, in her auction that were like Christmas themed kits, because the whole thing was Christmas in July. So I don't know if any of you are like gonna want to buy some Christmas crafting things, but I think that Care might possibly have a few kits of those left if anybody's interested. Okay, so let's see. Angela says it was a U.S. born books and more, and it was a way for people and family who don't live close to buy books for Rebecca for the baby. Oh, that's so sweet. I have never been to a baby book shower, so I think that's great. I mean, I've been to one in person, but not to one online. Oh gosh, look, you guys, the Restoration Hardware Magazine print came off on there. Well, I'm going to keep working on it. I'll keep working on this little thing until I figure out what I'm going to do. Let me see. Maybe I'll put a little bit more in this bag. You're going out for tacos to a new place? Oh, that sounds great. I had the best fish tacos. Well, I had them fish without the taco part the other day. Carla says she's beating the heat and working on journals. Ooh, good. Hi, Malia. Malia, how are ice cream sales? It's been so hot. I imagine you're like killing it, right? Are you killing it? All right, it's getting better. Are you killing it, Miss Malia? Are you killing it with your ice cream sales? I bet you would be. I need way more paint than this. Guys, I'm finally using up my stuff. How many of you guys are like, use it or lose it? You're trying to like really get in there and use it. Well, I have all of this cheap acrylic paint that I've been using for years, and it would be nice to finally like get to the point where I'm like down to the down to the dregs of it, and I can use it up. It'll be like, woohoo, I'm using up that paint. Maybe I'll jelly print on, because I like to jelly print on everything. And I find that if you're going to use these pages, if you're using them for journaling pages, you need thicker ones, but the thin ones work great. They work better for collage because you can layer them, you know, with no problem. So I'm using my newspaper, I'm using some magazines. No one's buying ice cream when it's this hot. Seriously? No one wants to leave their house. I don't blame them. I don't want to leave my house. Oh no. Your goal is to use your jelly prints. Yeah, I hear you. I love jelly printing. How many of you guys are like super addicted to jelly printing? I am. Me. I'm addicted to jelly printing. Let's see how this one came out. All right, that one's not. Maybe I just need more paint. Maybe it's just too dry in between. Kare's auction was good, I think. You know, I don't know, Lynn, what was the verdict for Kare's auction? What do you feel like the verdict was for Kare's auction? I didn't get to, I wasn't there the whole time. You guys, I didn't even get to it. So, I mean, I messaged her and asked her if there was some stuff that she had left over that I could buy, and she said yes, so I bought a couple things. Oh, you guys that are alcohol ink lovers, my little friend Larita, who is called the Jack of All Crafts on Facebook, she is having a big alcohol ink sale. She sells scrapbooking and craft supplies. It's just a hobby, but and they're all brand new in the package. They're not like, she's a wholesaler of them, you know. So she's selling alcohol inks for like 3 for $5. Like, I don't need any, but it's like one of those things where you're like, oh my gosh, I should get them, because you know how expensive they're usually, like $5 each. So I don't know if any of you guys are interested in that. Go over to Facebook, and it's called the Jack of All Crafts, and she sells. Has all kinds of stuff, stamps, and I don't know. She has all kinds of stuff, stamps and dyes, inks, paints, all kinds of different stuff. I don't know if I've ever seen her have paper, but she might. I don't know. She also has distress oxides, and I'm liking that one. That one's pretty good. This is just some cheap, I don't know if it's just like drawing pad or something. I had torn it out because I was going to coffee dye it, but I didn't. So I didn't coffee dye it, so it's sitting over here in my stashing pile. In the stash. How many of you guys ever do that where you're like, I'm gonna definitely like dye myself a whole bunch of coffee dyed papers and then tear out all these papers and then they sit there? Hi, Curly. Anyway, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to live stream. I have to, I guess, once I get my store staffed and everything, I'll be good. Once I get the supplies, the store staffed, it rearranged, the build out, I think I'll be good to come back and stream. But I don't know. I just don't want to make a promise that I'll be streaming when I don't know. Mary Lou, you know what? They're super cheap right now. And if you look on, I don't know where you buy, but if you go on like Amazon, you can get some like price, what do you call it when, various price things? Oh my God, you guys, my head's a sieve today. Like a price, like, not price comparison, kind of like a price comparison. You can price comparison and find out like who. Cheryl, my daughter, is so much better. The little one, you guys, I never really talked about it, but she had been diagnosed with scoliosis, kind of severe scoliosis. And the diagnosis was kind of late because she didn't have any outward signs. But when you did an x-ray, she had pretty severe scoliosis. It was like 40-degree S-curve. And, you know, we went to Shriners. That's where they send you here, Shriners Children's Hospital. And we were going like weekly, and she was braced. And then they were just like, you know, because evidently they think that once you've started your menses, that you have about 2 years from that time until your final growth. Which, you know what, you guys, I don't know. I don't totally agree with, because I remember, like, I got mine really young. But I remember, like, growing a couple more inches in high school. You know, like, but anyway, whatever. So they basically told us that she she would just need surgery. And so they were just opting for surgery, guys. And every single time we go, it was, I don't know. It's pretty frightening when you think about, you know, having a metal rod in your back your whole life. Well, in the interim, I have a really dear friend that is she's an amazing healer herself, but she's a massage therapist. And she was like, there's this guy that lives on the island, and she told me his name. She said he's really difficult to get into. She said, if you can get an appointment with him, it'll be life-changing. And I was like, okay. So I just kept calling him until he finally took us in, and he's retired. And so she's been going like twice a month. And you guys, he studied with Ida Rolf. Do you guys know anything about Ida Rolf and Rolfing? Anyway, she was this person that really believed that you could really manipulate your body and change anything. And she would take people that couldn't even stand up and manipulate them and, you know, they were hunched over, manipulate them in a way that they became, you know, that they could stand and walk and everything, you know, anyway, so he studied with her, and he's quite old, you know, so I was like, I don't know if this is going to even help or whatever. Anyway, we started going twice a week, and can I tell you, her curve, or twice a month, her curve went from this 40-degree, because once your curve's over like 35, I think so you need surgery. And the thing is, a brace doesn't stop the curve. It just supposedly holds it in place. Like, so once she was already a 40, she would always be a 40. She would never get less. You guys, she's under 20 now. Her curve is under 20. So she's not eligible for surgery anymore. But I have to tell you, the doctors at Shriners Hospital are like wondering what the heck we did. And I told them. And so we go to this guy, and he does body work on her, and then he gives her exercises to strengthen her stomach. And so it's awesome. We're happy. You remember them checking your spine in the 5th and 6th grade for that exact reason? Yeah, but you know what? She got her period really early. She got her period when she was like 10. She'll be 13. So, you know, I think maybe some of us, we have to check even earlier. I know, right? It was a miracle, you guys. I cried. I mean, I know people have miracles happen all the time, but I was just like, I was a mess. I was a rockin' mess. I was like, rockin' mess, crying, you know, just grateful, just super grateful that if my friend, you know, it's kind of weird is that, you know, I told you guys that we moved off the island for just a little bit. I had a different job, or my job here took me there, and we moved off the island for a minute. And my family wasn't happy. They were not happy. So that's why we really came back. We really came back, and I took a different job and what have you. And do you guys realize that had I not taken that different job that ended up being a nightmare job, might I add, ended up being, like I told you guys, the guy was embezzling. It was just horrible. It was like, it was beyond anything I'd ever experienced. Anyway, if we hadn't taken that job, we would not have ever come back here. And we would never have been able to meet this doctor that, he was a medical doctor in New Zealand. He's lived in Hawaii for about 30 years. But you know, it doesn't translate. Your medical degrees don't translate to here. So, we would have never gone to him. And if we'd never gone to him, she would probably have a metal rod in her back. So just when I think that, I want to think that that job was horrible, because it was, not going to lie, that job was really bad. Working with people that have no integrity in a business that's already sort of sketchy. Ridiculous. So, we would have never met that doctor. You guys, he's amazing. I would recommend him to anybody. He says the problem is it takes time, for it to work. So let's say she's been going since August of last year. August of, last year. So she's been going August, September, October, or August of this year, I guess. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, July. So she's been going for about a year. So she's probably had, August this year will be a year. So she's probably had, and he went away for a while. So say she's had 20 treatments. I don't think she's had that many. But in 20 treatments, to take somebody that was in a state of where they were going to put a metal rod in their back to not being eligible for surgery anymore is miraculous in my book. Oh, that's so sweet. Hey, Laura. Law says that I brought great karma to so many people in a small portion of your tenfold. Aw, that's so sweet. Guys, I feel blessed. I really feel blessed. I feel blessed that I just feel blessed. He says people come to him. He tries to only work on, he works on anyone I think that he feels guided to. Guys, he reminds me of like not that I've met too many Indian saints, but he's not Indian, but like if you've ever gone to the Himalayas or gone to anywhere where people like sit, like a Tibetan monastery where people sit in meditation, he reminds me of that kind of a person. Now, mind you, he has kids and a beautiful wife, and his kids are grown, but he's like a normal person, but I'm just saying he's got that energy, that sort of like, I don't know, royal feeling of energy or something. I don't know. Anyway, he's miraculous. But he, what he told me, because I said to him, I said, why don't you teach other people? He goes, I've tried. He goes, I've had students, I've had apprentices. He goes, he said, but not everybody's at the same level of understanding and wants to really listen to their body and listen to. Sometimes when I do these newspaper things, I fall in love with them. Do you guys do that? Is it just me and my weirdnesses that I'm like, oh, I love that? Let me see if I can get just the center part. Anyway, I don't know. I hope somebody carries on what he's done, because, that's why I don't believe that there's only one way for anything. I think you have to figure out what works for you. Like you have to really seriously look inside yourself and find what works for you. You have a few painting papers you love. Oh my God, Kate, sometimes I'm like, the ones that I really love, I don't even do anything with. I just like to look at them. It's so stupid, I know, but still. And they're usually painted on like newspaper or magazine pages or recycling of some sort or something. you know? They're not painted on, not painted on art paper. That paint didn't even come off on that. You love recycled art supplies? Me too. I have like a thing for them. I don't know why. It's not that I don't like really nice art supplies. I do, but I just love recycled stuff. Like, I'm gonna love this. Like, I already started to love it. Can you see like all the different layers? And I don't know. It's just me and my weirdnesses, right? I like it all. So that's what's kind of going on in my world. I shouldn't say that I'm not excited for this job. I am. I'm just a little nervous because of you guys, right now we're going through, nobody really wants to talk about it or take it seriously here, but it's true. We're going through a hiring crisis here because there are very few affordable places to live. People are moving off in droves. And what's not understandable is we get like 2.4 million visitors a year to our tiny island, and we only have 175,000 full-time residents. So at some point, somebody's going to have to stop Airbnb-ing all the affordable housing. And you know what they call a median price housing here, you guys? Are you ready for this? So they build these new subdivisions and they tout that it's affordable and all this. $750,000. You guys, and they're not luxury homes. Okay, let's get something super clear. They're not luxury homes. They're not like, that's not like with a pool or anything. So it's just, I don't know. Something's got to give here. And something's got to give. What are you going to do? You have a collection of your favorite and you're going to bind them in a book? Oh, that's good. When do I start my new job? Monday. I'm not, right? Who can afford that? You guys have no idea. I know, right? So start at Monday. But what I'm doing on Monday is I'm going into a different store than my store and learning their point of sale systems and all their computer stuff, logging in so that I can figure out how to do payroll, so I can figure out how to do all that sort of stuff. And I'm training in a different store than the store that I'm going to be managing, which I actually appreciate because, you guys, sometimes I think it's hard for people that, I don't even have I have a sponge, maybe it'll work. So sometimes I think it's hard for people, like, if you have to train somebody that's your boss, you know what I mean? It gets resentful. So I appreciate the fact that they're letting me do all my training at a different store. And I thought I had an assistant store manager. I was super excited about it because I really like her. I don't know her so well, but I mean, I've been exposed to her and worked around her over the years, and I was super excited. And I guess she went to give notice at her current job, to say that she was gonna, and they offered her like double her salary. That's how much of a hiring crisis we're in right now. I just put some water down to see if I could get some of the paint that's dry up. I may not be able to, but we'll see. It's kind of hot here today, so I guess my paint's drying faster than it normally would. Eventually, it makes some cool layers somewhere, even if it's not mine. And you guys, I have many more colors in this. This is just all I have close to me. Must have been working on something in that color family. Yeah, no, it's like not coming off. Must have been working on something in this color family, and this is what I have right here. I hope I'm going to rock, Laura. The one thing I did do is I found some clothes to wear to work. Yeah, Mitz, I don't know if next week I'll definitely I think I'll be able to stream on Friday because I think they've given me Friday off. But I won't be able to stream on Tuesday. So I don't know until I'm in charge of my own schedule. Right now I'm just training. So until I'm in charge of my own schedule, I won't know. And my hottie and I are also trying to work out the fact that our little one is, I mean, right now she's at her grandma's or whatever on the mainland. But we're trying to work out like the logistics of our little one, because our little one will, you know, one of us will need to take her and pick her up from school. So we're trying to like, he's trying to take like Mondays and Tuesdays off, and I'm going to take Wednesdays and Thursdays off, or something like that. You get the drift, so that one of us can. So there's always somebody to take her and pick her up from school, and we'll have to just deal with whatever the one day, like the one day that neither one of us are able to. We'll have to, like, one of us will have to do the morning and one of us will have to do the afternoon. Okay, I'm loving that. Do you guys like that? I'm liking that one too. And you guys, I have so many more tools than what I'm using, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing it like this, but I am. So, I don't know. I'm excited. I found something to wear, which is like a plus for me, because I told you guys I throw my work clothes away. I'm liking this page too. Sometimes when I make these, sometimes when I'm making them, I imagine you guys feel the same way. Like you're making them, you're really into it, you're really enjoying it, and then you're just like, oh my gosh, I just love these papers. I don't want to do anything with them. I just want to look at them. Hi, Sandra. Oh, I don't know, you guys. My life, some days I'm like, I don't know. So how many of you guys, we will do another ATC swap. So if you guys want to join in the ATC swap for next, for August, because I got a bunch of messages like, oh, I missed it, I didn't see it, or whatever. So if you guys want to, whoever wants to do August's ATC swap, it will be the same as July's. It's one finished ATC and the supplies for another one to be sent to your partner. And this, such as supplies would be like maybe small, and it's a one stamp envelope swap, meaning that no matter where you're sending it, like if you're sending it to Canada, it's only like a regular postage stamp, which I think to Canada is like $1, $15.25. Hi, Tammy. Your ATCs went out. Oh, good. Hi, Laura. And then, so like what you would put in your thing was like, maybe you do a finished ATC. Like, let me see if I have one that's kind of finished or semi-finished. Okay, this one's semi-finished. So you'd send a finished ATC, and on the back, I put them in our Facebook group, but you can just download it yourself. It just says ATC, and it'll say your name, the number in your series. And if you feel this is a one of one, then it's one of one. You know, if you named your ATC and you want to put your contact information. So if you have a YouTube channel, I put YouTube, Crafting Mamas, and then you sign it and date it, right? And there's little forms. You can go on Pinterest or my ATC backs or ATC information, and you can print them. They're also in our Facebook group. Then you would send an additional playing card or a piece of 2.5 by 3.5, the same size as an ATC, piece of scrapbook paper. Then maybe you'd send a bunch of scraps of Painty paper, maybe send a die cut or some image you cut out of a magazine, maybe send a couple of washi samples. I don't know, whatever it can fit into the envelope that will not exceed one postage stamp. Whatever that is. Like, I don't know what the one postage, like, it's like, what is it now, 50 cents? Isn't it 50 cents, the postage stamp? So it can't exceed the 50-cent postage stamp. All right, I need more paint. Well, maybe it worked. You know, so that's, if you guys want to do it, we'll have sign-ups. We'll have sign-ups like the first week in August, and the ship out will be like the first week of September. Okay? And you can pick more than one person, and you don't have to be part of Facebook to do it. If you want to do it and you're not part of Facebook, which there's a few people here that aren't, all you need to do is email me, and my email is in the description box. All you need to do is email me and say, I want to be part of the swap, but I'm not part of Facebook. And then what I'll do is I'll get you partners and then send you their address and then post your address or give your address to the partners that you've got. Okay? So it's not exclusive to Facebook. I know a lot of people are not fans of Facebook. I'm not a fan all the time because sometimes it can be, have you guys watched Facebook lately? Has been kind of, I don't know, Debbie Downer. Sorry for anybody named Debbie. Been a Shelley Downer. Been a Shelley Downer. Facebook has been a Shelley Downer. I need to move this over for a second so I can stamp off my little carpet sample or rug doctor thing or rug, the thing that keeps the rug from slipping. Hi, Headshot. I am jelly printing. That is what I'm doing. I'm jelly printing on all various and sundry papers. And this is a jelly plate, like a mono printing plate. I didn't make it, but you can make your own. And I am making painted papers. I let my time get away from me, and I need to send some painted papers out to a couple of people. Yeah, you don't have to be on Facebook to be part of this group. You can. So I'm using like this carpet, the skid thing for underneath your carpet. What is it called? I don't know the name of it. I'm using that as one of my printing tools. And then I'm going to lay my paper down on top of this and pull a print. You're going to keep watching? Well, hang out with us. And if you want to be called something other than Headshot, just put your name in there and everybody will say hi to you. Hi, Diana. Hi, Cassandra. I saw your trip to Maryland, girl. Those Maryland crabs looked amazing. They looked delicious. Delish Maryland crabs. Looked super yum. Anyway, anti-slip mat. That's what it's called. Anti-slip mat. All you lurkers out there say hey. I see you lurking. Just say hey. We don't bite. Why doesn't everybody tell us where you're from? I'm Shelley, and I live on the beautiful island of Maui in Hawaii. Tell everybody where you are from. I'm just using a used Starbucks gift card for a varnisher. I've got my painting papers all over here I've got them over here on my floor. Headlight, you're from England, Headshot. Awesome. So let's see. Nebraska, River Valley, Virginia. Laura's from New Jersey. Sandra is from Reiner, Virginia. Angela says Nebraska. Hi, Son. Dallas, Texas. I'm a Texas girl. I'm born and raised there. Kate says Washington State. Headshot says England. Mary Lou says Rhode Island. Hi, Christy. Christy says, she says, hello, everyone. Namaste. And Vicky is from Sticks, Missouri. And Teresa says Indiana. North Carolina. I know, Christy, when next time I go to North Carolina, we're gonna meet up. Jerry Jean. Hi, Jerry Jean from Tennessee. Kathy's from Florida. Hi, Carmen. Where are you from? And Linda McCullum, my Linda is lurking from Kentucky. And I don't know why you weren't my mod, Lind. You've always been my mod. Gypsy is from, hi Gypsy, she's here from, her name is Angie, and she's from Kentucky, but she lives in Indiana, and Carrie's from West Virginia. And hi, Frana. Frana's from Illinois. Ooh, Illinois. Make some noise for Illinois. You're in an ATC swap. Cheryl says she's in an ATC swap at Aunt Beck's Creations till August 24th. Good for you, Mama. Hi, Sherry. Sherry's from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. You're here from the beginning. How are you feeling, Miss Linda? Love you, girl. Hey, Miss Carla. How are you? I saw you're doing some crazy traveling, girl. And all the food you're posting, I was like, I want to be there. Your daughter took you on a road trip, Lala? That's awesome. Oh, I'm so sorry. Christy, I'm sorry. Hi, Arabella. You're from the Netherlands. Oh, welcome, welcome. You're traveling like some good traveling, Miss Carla. I'm telling you, I was like, I need to be like traveling with Carla, eating all that food she's eating. Cheryl says she's from Virginia. You're back home in New York City, Cassandra? Those Maryland crabs look like the bomb. I'm sorry. I was like, okay. Cassandra is definitely, she is like going for it. She's having it. All right, I'm going to put some of this. I don't know how well this is going to work. I'm going to put a little of this chalkboard paint and see if I can get some of these layers to come up. They're not wanting to. Let's see if I can get, I'm just going to blow my brayer off. Let's see if I can get some of these. See if I can get some of these layers to come up. Going for tacos. Enjoy your tacos, girl. Diana, you're originally from the North Bronx? Those crabs looked like so good. I was like, okay. And Miss Cassandra, you are looking amazing. All your pictures and your shorts and everything. You're looking good, girl. I was like, Cassandra's doing it. You guys, I'm not posting any pictures of this body until I've lost at least another 20 pounds. And then I'll show you some before and afters. Guys, it's like, I don't know. How does it sneak up on you? It just does, right? Does anybody else like have that same thing? Like suddenly, all of a sudden you're like, where did all this weight come from? And you could be eating the same things. You could not be doing anything different. You could be, I don't know. I will tell you that my pants are loose. My pants are falling off a little. I'm not buying any clothes though until I absolutely have to. I mean, I may have to buy some for work because of what I went through recently with my hottie and his extreme weight loss. Even though he didn't need to lose weight, he's lost so much weight that we've had to buy him clothes. Now he's down to 29 waist, and I said, we're not buying you any more clothes for another month. You're just gonna have to suck it up and wear that belt. He laughed at me. He thinks I'm ridiculous, and I am ridiculous, but I'm also a little serious because it gets to be crazy, like, right? Every time you turn around, he's losing weight, more weight, more weight. You were doing Nutrisystem? Girl, you look great. Whatever you're doing is working for you. So either this will be an all black piece, or it will be black with something pulled up underneath it. We will see. We will see. We will see. You look like you're having so much fun, Miss Carla. When do you move? When do you move for good? I probably have asked you that and you probably answered it. But you guys, sometimes my head does not retain the information. Okay, I'm liking this. It's a little dark, but like, look, what do you guys think? I'm liking it. You'll be moving in October. That'll be so fun. Like you can still see some of the patterns and stuff in there. I'm liking it, liking it, liking it. You're so looking forward to moving. I don't blame you. I'm not even going to tell you guys my ridiculous house hunting things. It's like out of like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't even feel like it's me that it's happening to. How many of you guys have ever experienced that? Like you're like, is this me this is happening to? Or is this someone else? Mary Lou says, every time she loses weight, the pounds come back and they bring friends. Thanks, you guys. I swear, jelly printing is like gluing. It's so addictive, and once you start doing it, you're just like, oh my gosh, I need to do that again. I need to have some more of that. And it gets fun. I enjoy it. All right, I need another color. I don't know where my colors are. You know, I had thought I had my, you guys, I'm like a mess. It's like I don't know what I do with my stuff. It's like, I know that I have a ton of paint and I don't know where I put it. And I have like, it's in tubs. It's not like it's in tubs. It's like, and I looked in the garage and then all I can think of is that, you know, my sweet hottie, he thinks he's doing me a favor, and sometimes he, because we do have a storage room, sometimes he just takes stuff and puts it in storage. So I was like, I have like a big, huge tub of all kinds of acrylic paint, watercolor, oil paint stuff, all kinds of stuff. And this morning I was like, where is all my, because I put them like in color families that I use, you know, like a lot. No idea where he put it. None whatsoever. I didn't move it. It was so funny yesterday. He asked me, he goes, where is whatever this was he was looking for? I said, I don't know. I haven't seen it. You put it up. He was like, well, you know where everything is. I said, no, I don't. I said, and if I happen to know where something is, it's probably because I'm searching for something else that you moved, and I happen to see it in the interim. Because our garage just has bunches of boxes stacked up. And you can't see through all of them. Let's see what kind of stamping tools I have here. I don't think I have a rubber band. It would be kind of good if I had a rubber band, but that would be asking too much from me. If I had a rubber band right here, that would be like so stellar. And I don't. Oh well, I got these from Carla Caged Fish, so I'm going to use these. You need a doctor? Hello, my name is Lala. I'm addicted to watching YouTube videos. Guys, I'm addicted to watching those small home videos. Is anybody else addicted to watching those? You know, like, I don't think I could ever live in a 200 square foot house. Well, I have to take that back. You know, I did at one point. When I was first married a million years ago, I lived on a sailboat. That was tiny. That was definitely tiny. All right. That was tiny. Okay, I had a piece of wax paper here. I'm going to see how this works. So I lived on a sailboat. I will say, you definitely find out what you need and don't need on a sailboat, living on a sailboat. But when I first moved on, you guys, in my younger years, I was a shoe-aholic. I loved shoes. And I loved shoes. And so I had all these shoes. And my then husband had to build it like a special hole for my shoes. It's ridiculous. Linda says, jelly printing is so different than regular painting papers. You like them both. I like them both too. But Linda, let's just get something clear. You are like an amazing artist. Have you guys gone over, if you're not belong to our Crafting Mamas Facebook group, if you don't join for any other reason than just to go and look at Linda McCullum's amazing artwork, please do go and enjoy her artwork. She is, okay, she makes mosaics, okay, out of painty papers, okay? Mosaics, you guys. She makes like paintings out of painty papers where she cuts them up. They're like nothing like you've ever seen. And gorgeous, gorgeous, beyond gorgeous. Beyond inspirational, beyond gorgeous. So you have to go and check her out on our Facebook. You are obsessed with oh my God. Laura says, this thing you call calamari is not for the faint of heart. 1 tub done per day is all I can do. Oh, girl. You guys were talking about the Maria Kondo method, KonMari, but we call it calamari here. Anyway. You guys, I can calamari just about everything except, like, okay, I totally failed. Because, you know, the second chapter of that book is like, get rid of all your books and papers. It's like, oh, Linda, please. You are amazing. You guys go over and check her art out on our Facebook group. She's beyond amazing. Now, if I could just transfer this exactly as it is. I love this. I love the blues peeking through, the greens. I like it's got the window thing. I'm going to have to get a thicker coat of paint to pull it off. I'm going to try to do it with white. Linda, your artwork, it takes painting. Linda's painty papers are on another level, okay? We all have our forte in our own, like, crafting world, but her painty papers, I'm just telling you, they're just, like, they're gorgeous. They're, like, beyond anything you can imagine, and then you're just, like, on top of it, you're, like, I don't know. I could make the same painty papers. Mine would not be a beautiful landscape or whatever. She sees things in a way that you just go, she's just an amazing artist. So go over and check out. If you don't join Crafting Mamas for any other reason than just to go and look at Linda's artwork, do it. And she's always creating. Always, always, always creating. She's awesome. I like her post too. Yes, that's the second roll. It's a 12 by 12 jelly plate. It is, Carla. My sweetheart bought it for me, you guys. He bought it for me. Okay, so he tried to buy it for me at some point. I told you guys we only have one little craft store here. It's a Ben Franklin. And most of it is cake decorating and floral arranging. You know, so like party stuff, like napkin, like, you know, wedding things, right? So one time every few months, they have a 40% off coupon, okay? They give a 40% coupon off of one regularly priced item. Okay, this is the catch. Ready for the catch? The catch is that it can't be a Ben Franklin. I can't remember if it just can't be a Ben Franklin thing. It's got a whole thing. So you can go there, but you may not, like, say you find something and it's Ben Franklin puts their things two ways. One way is where it has like a if it ends in the number 88, you can't get the discount on it. And if it ends in a 99, you can. So he went there, and because you guys here, everything is like, I don't know, it's ridiculously priced. So he went there and tried to get it, because I said, do not buy it unless it's on sale. And you guys, it was expensive. I'm going to say it was like, $60 or something, and I would never have, I'm liking that. I would never have bought it for $60. You know, that's just it. but with a 40% coupon. So he went one time and the lady wouldn't sell it to him. And then it came back around. I guess this coupon came back around, or he was aware of it. I forgot all about it. And he went back and he demanded that he demanded they honor the coupon, because he found out what the deal was. He demanded that they honor the coupon. So he surprised me. So he bought it 40% off. Otherwise, I'm sorry, you guys, I wouldn't have done it. Okay, I'm liking this painty paper. I'm really liking this one. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it, because it's just like, I don't need another craft supply, and I certainly have tiny painting paper. I certainly have small jelly plates. So, you know, I don't necessarily need another one, but it was very thoughtful. He was being his thoughtful self. He's always thoughtful, you guys. I'm very lucky. He's very thoughtful. And he's an artist himself, so he's like, he gets it. Like, he never like says a word to me about my art mess, ever. He never says word one. Guys, how lucky am I that he never says a thing about my art mess? Because you know what? I got an art mess going on. I do. I'm not gonna lie. Got an art mess going on. And I save the most random, ridiculous stuff. You bought one that fits A4 size paper? Ooh, good. Gotta love a man who can make a coupon for craft supplies work. Oh my God. No, it was the principle. You know, it was the principle. You guys, when you live here and everything is so expensive, you sort of like, I don't know, you sort of like, you don't give in to when it's not working for you. You're like, oh no, they have to make it work. If you want my business, it's stupid, I know, but anyway. And for those of you that were asking the other day about our lovely Tracy from It's Nana's Place, I chatted with her briefly yesterday. She is doing great. She's going to be back on YouTube before you know it. She just is working a lot. And, you know, like any new venture, when you have a new job or anything, you know what it's like, you guys. You just got to make that your priority. So she's working a lot. But I think she said she'll be back really soon. I'm loving this, you guys. I'm really into it. I think she'll be back really soon. And then she'll be, you know, back to making her messes and being creative. And I mean, I'm sure what she's doing now, she's creative, but you know what I mean. It's like one of those things where you're like, okay. Okay, I'm liking that. Let me see if we can find, I don't even know if there may not even be enough paint on here to do anything with. Paint on my, you guys, I need a bigger space. I need a bigger space. But you know what, saying that, no matter how big my space is, it always ends up being, I always end up working in this small space. Do any of you guys have that? Where like, no matter how big your space is, you always end up working in a small space? All right, let me see. I think I'm going to do this on this cheap. You guys, this is, I'll show you the front of it because I know somebody's going to ask me. It's this. It's cheap. It's like drawing paper, and it was probably like, $5 a pad or something. What? What did I miss? Oh my God. Christy says they're giving out free pimp trees at Walmart today. And my daughter brought home one and said, Mama, you could use it in a book. What is a pimp tree? I don't even know. Christy says, oh, because Laura's like, what the heck is a pimp tree? And that name, I'm dying, right? And Christy says, oh my God, Laura. It's one of those air fresheners for a car rear view mirror that smells like a headache. He calls them pimp trees. Oh my God, you guys. I never heard it either. Laura, you and I are on the same boat, okay? I didn't know what a pimp tree was either. I didn't know what a pimp tree was. How many of you guys knew what a pimp tree was? Anyway, I'm just like, you guys, I'm like, I don't know. So people here speak in like there's a Hawaiian dialect, okay? They call it Pidgin, like Pidgin English. And it came about, it has like kind of a really cool history. I mean, it came about because, you know, a lot of the people that came here to, you know, from all over mostly from Asian countries, but a lot like, but then also Portugal too. So like Hawaii has a melting pot of Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Portuguese, you know, and they all would work with each other in whatever capacity. And because they didn't share a common language, they kind of created their own. And it came out of like all these different, it's got a very interesting history, Hawaii. Anyway, so it's, and then, you know, obviously the Hawaiians that came from Polynesia, right? So, oh my gosh, I'm loving this piece. Okay, this is my new, I think this is my favorite piece so far. So, Laura, she charges extra for gangster ephemera, okay? Oh my God. So, they still speak in Pidgin here. I mean, not everybody, but you know, and you got to mix of people, and you just got to go with it. You just can't even like, you got to be available and just go with it. It's where you live, right? So my hottie, you guys saw a picture of him. He is like he's very well educated. He's very well spoken. He's like, he's a sweet man. Anyway, he's at work, and he works at a restaurant. Gangster ephemera. It's perfect. It's perfect. So he works at a restaurant, and it's a really nice restaurant, I might add. And one of the girls that's at the host stand, she's a local girl, right? And so she's telling him, and they call him, so in the Hawaiian language, every vowel has, you sound at every vowel. Like, you know, and so anyway, they make his name something really funny, which is not his name, but they sound at every word. So it'd be like if your name was, Kate, they would call you Kate. Okay, so they call him this name. It's not his name, but anyway, but sounding in all the letters of his name. And one of the girls says to him something. He's like, "Okay, what's going on?" Because you know they ask him something, and he works as a waiter. He works as a server in a restaurant, and it's a busy restaurant, you guys, so busy. Anyway, so he's like, "What's the holdup?" You know, he comes over. He goes, "What do you need me to do?" or something, because they called him over, and he's got tables, and he's just trying to figure it all out. And the girl at the girl at the front says his name and says, she NCH, and he's like, okay. He goes, "What's NCH?" And then they go, "You don't know NCH?" And he's like, "No, I don't know NCH." Okay, so what is NCH, you guys? You tell me what NCH is. He's like, "What happened to whatever the girl's name was? Like one of the girls on the floor. What happened to her?" And then the other girl says, "She NCH." Okay, so tell me what you guys think NCH is. And I laugh about this all the time. And now we use it in our own way. Not gangster ephemera, but... Do any of you guys have an idea of what NCH is? You don't know? Hi, APG. No call here. Close, Gypsy. Ready? NCH is, yes, NCH. So he's like asking, he's like, "So what happened to Molly?" That's the girl. She just like ran out or something. He's like, "What happened to her?" You know, it's a busy restaurant. Ready? Yeah, NCH. The hostess goes, "Oh no. She NCH. And he's like, "I don't know what NCH is." Like he's thinking he needs to pick up some slack. She no can handle. She NCH. She no can handle. So now Now when it's like something, I go, INCH. I'm NCH. I know can handle. It's ridiculous. But they were like looking at him like, you don't know what that is? And he comes home, you know what? He is so well read and well educated that it's just hilarious to see him come home and hear, like, tell me the stuff that they say to him at work. I love this. Okay, now we're getting into my groove. I need no can handle. She NCH. She NCH. She no can handle. And he's just like, oh my God. He's like, it's like priceless. I said, definitely priceless. Definitely priceless. NCH. TBN. That's bad news. I know, right? I love it. I NCH all the time. Me and you both. I was telling him the other day, he asked me if I did something. I said, no, I NCH. And he's just like, he goes, oh my God. It is kind of looking like linen. You're absolutely right, Gypsy. I agree. Oh my God, I NCH. We laugh. You guys, it's like an education all on its own. And he works with, let's face it, in the restaurant jobs, there's lots of young people, bussers and whatever. And, he and I both, we love our kids so much. And some of them are our kids' age. And we just laugh, go with it. Okay, I love the jelly plate so much that if I could just have this, I'd be so good. You're going to try that at your job? INCH. INCH. And they have a word here called dakine, spelled D-A. 2 words, D-A, kine, K-I-N-E. And it means like the kind of. And it could be referred to anything. It's a generic term that you could use. I mean, you have to like really be paying attention to understand what we're talking about there. It's like somebody could be telling you something and they'll be talking about the dakine, and you'll be like, okay, I have no idea what they're talking about. And so, I mean, the two of us sometimes, it's like, I don't know. You kind of follow along, or he'll look at me and he'll go, did you get that? And I'll say, not at all. Not at all. I didn't. It's there's so many wonderful things about living here and learning how to live. And I really feel like this is almost as multicultural as you can get as like New York City. I mean, the difference is in New York City, you have the history of lots of different cultures coming together, right? But here, these people have actually melded together into a community that is beautiful. It's just so, and it's not only is it beautiful, but it's also like you just see like this melding of tradition and community. It's beautiful here. I haven't sprayed alcohol inks on mine. APG saying you can, but it will stain it. Is that what you said, APG? It'll stain your jelly plate. I haven't tried it. You guys, I like my jelly plate a lot, and I don't want to. My stack of books just fell over. I have a stack of books underneath my desk. Is that ridiculous? I have a stack of books under there. I have them sitting on this, like, I don't know, this big wicker basket underneath this table. Hopefully in one of these pulls, I'm going to get like a real, what I'm hoping in one of these pulls is I'm going to get a real, like a hole pull. I may have to do it with packing tape though. The hole pull where you can reach underneath and get all the layers. Sometimes it has to be on a thicker paper. I have tried Posca pens. I haven't tried them on my jelly plate. APG might have. Have you, APG? APG saying alcohol inks will stain. Oh, you're talking about just regular rubbing alcohol? Oh, that might, yeah. I don't have any over here with me. Yeah, it'll definitely make like some cool patterns in it, that's for sure. I have not tried Posca pens on a jelly plate. I have Posca pens and I've used them many times, but I've never tried them on a jelly plate. How many of you guys have tried them on a jelly plate? Have any of you guys tried Posca pens on a jelly plate? I want to find a place to put this orange down before I move it. This is the problem. I like move all my stuff and then I have no space and then ridiculous. You got alcohol inks for a birthday present a month ago? You guys, I've used my alcohol ink. I used to use them all the time, okay? I will say right now I haven't used them in quite a while. You know, I just haven't used them in quite a while, so I can't actually. So APG is saying she wipes hers down with a baby wipe before she puts her jelly plate up. I sometimes do and sometimes don't. I mean, this one's a new one, so maybe I will. But sometimes what I do is I let it get all like this, all whatever it is. And then when I go to, then I take it to the sink with some, Murphy's oil soap and I soak it. Same with my stencils. You guys, I'm not a neat crafter. Hi, Charlene. I'm not a neat crafter. How many of you guys are neat crafters? How many of you guys watched Barb Owen and Diane Fago? I loved them. I watched them, and Diane was talking about how she pins other people's messy studios, which I love, but she has to work in a very clean and orderly area. And I appreciate that. That's just not me. I appreciate it. How many of you guys are like that, where you have to like work in a really clean studio environment? I can start out that way, but it never ends up that way. I have a collection of stuff everywhere. You're a neat crafter? Diana says she's a really neat crafter. And Jersey says she's really not a neat crafter. Yeah, a regular business size envelope, Angela. That's all. A regular business size envelope, not a, just one stamp, 13 ounce, one stamp. No more than 13 ounces. And I think it's less if you send it overseas, but I don't know. There weren't that many, you guys, there weren't that many that signed up from, ABG says she does have to do the dishes before she cooks. Your table's a nightmare, Malia. Mine is too. Your dinner table hates you. You're messy here. You know what? I admire people that are really neat. What did you say, Malia? I missed it. Let me see what Malia says. Her table's a nightmare. My table's a nightmare too. You guys, I do, because I cook all day long because we're on this silly keto diet. It's not a silly diet. It's actually working for me. I've lost like 30 pounds. Another 30 to go, and I think I'll be like happy. But I must wash it, and I have a dishwasher, but I wash dishes. That's the one thing I do. At least, and no matter who cooks in my house, I will definitely do clean the dishes or whatever. all the time. I must load my dishwasher and unload it 2 or 3 times a day, but I always have these big pots that don't fit in there, so I'm always scrubbing pots. I love you, Laura. Laura says, I admire neat people, but stop trying to be like them and accept myself for what I am. Girl, you and I are in the same boat. I'm going to really like this little Longs bag. I mean, that little, was it CVS or no, it was Long Strokes. Okay, this one I think is going to be a good pull because it is going to give me a lot of some of the layers from underneath. I guess if I burnish it good enough. Millie says her. Diana says she NCH, a messy craft room or table. Oh, Millie says her mom was a real neat freak, and honestly, it was stressful as a kid. You've been gone for 2 weeks, and your desk is piled up from stuff your sister found for you, Cassandra? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking that. Lori says she was a neat freak too, Malia. Now it's your oldest job. You're happy piggy. There are certain things I'm neat with, like, like all my work clothes are all neat. I have to have my towels folded so that I can fit them all in a cabinet. So I kind of like stress that sort of neatness. Everything else, you know what? I used to be like incredibly, but I would stress myself out. Okay, I would stress myself out. How many of you guys do that? You stress yourself out. Like, I would never let anybody just randomly walk into my house right now because it is a mess. You guys, I've been purging, but I've also been like, Hattie and I were trying to decide what we should keep and what we should let go of, as far as like just stuff. Like he's got papers and just all kinds of stuff that is like business papers and stuff like that, and so he's been going through them. So we have piles of that. Then my kids decided they were all going through their stuff, so I have bags and bags of stuff to take to the thrift store, and I haven't done it. I had put some of it in the back of my car. And then I had to go help a friend pick up something, so I had to take it all out of my car because I went by the thrift store and they weren't open. So it's like, my little one grows so fast that we used to have a friend we would give all her clothes to, but they don't live on this side of the island anymore. So unless I make a point to find where they are, I'm just going to take them to the thrift store. I used to do that. How many of you guys used to do that? Like you would hold on to stuff thinking, oh, I'm going to give this to so-and-so. And then it just never manifested because whatever. So my house right now, no, I won't let anybody in. You hold on to more things, Lala? It's weird how people change. It used to stress you out about neatness so much. No, I used to never let anybody in my house unless my house was impeccable. And now I don't care. I mean, you know what I mean. Mary Lou says her grandson, when he was 3, walked into her messy craft room and said, "What the heck happened in here?" You have too many bags for donation bins to drop off. Oh, I do too. We don't have donation bins here, but we do have thrift stores. And I don't know. Sometimes they turn you away. Sometimes they're like, oh no, we can't, And so, but my little one, she was great. Now my older children, okay. You guys ready for my older children? They are neat freaks. Okay, my oldest daughter is a minimalist. She doesn't keep anything. She travels, I told you she and her husband travel all over, and they've been living in China for a couple of years. They lived in Japan for a while. I think they're going back to China, which, much to my chagrin. They were headed there, and then they've been having some visa issues, his work visa, because of all the stuff that's going on here. I'm kind of hoping that they don't, but whatever. They're in San Francisco right now. They only, whatever they can fit in one suitcase, and they don't get attached to anything. You had a flood in a closet, in a closet ceiling, and you had to toss a ton. Yeah, I hear you. I have to have my towels folded so they don't all fall off the shelves, and that's only really the one thing that I held on to in my obsessive compulsive. Now, my sister, on the other hand, she is a neat freak like nothing you have ever seen. Okay, she's a neat freak, and she's beyond a beyond neat freak, and she can't handle any mess, and she cannot stand like my crafting thing. She doesn't do any. She does home improvements. That's her creative outlet. She can't. Like when she came to my house, she freaked out because I had so much crafting stuff. There's a place called the Cancer Center in Miami, and they take a lot of stuff and it helps you purge. That's good. Laura says she's actually a minimalist. She owns about a suitcase worth of personal items, and now, thanks to me, thanks to you people, I've acquired a room full of crafting supplies in a year's time. Well, good. Thank you, Laura. We're happy to help you with that. We're happy to help you. You're trying your best to downsize, Mary Lou? There's going to be some good bits in this, especially if I cut them up. They're going to be like, some of them are going to be, I'm going to like them. Yeah, this one is like, All right, look at this one. I don't know if you can tell from there, but the texture of it, the I don't know, can you guys really see it? APG says, when I think of downsizing, I run right out and buy something. Like fast, y'all. I love you, APG. So, since I've been doing this keto diet, I mean, I've always cooked. I'm always, let's face it, my hottie cannot cook. I love him. He can make pizza, but since we're not eating pizza anymore, you guys, he can't really cook. And I love him. I don't want him to feel bad about his not being able to cook, right? So, he bought me I must have said it in passing, like I must have been like, because you guys, I've given away, because we've moved so much, I've given away, like, everything. Like, I just give it away. I know it'll come back to me somehow. I think it's a perfect background too, Linda. I'm loving that one. I'm like, it's my new favorite, I think. I love it. I really love it. Anyway, so he bought me, I must have said something, because for a while there, and I still make it, I make this really spicy Asian-inspired coleslaw. It has like sesame oil and like tamari or coconut aminos or soy sauce if you eat soy sauce, and it has like all those types of things in it, right? But I was grating it on a grater. How many of you guys make your coleslaw on a grater? Like you grate it with like a cheese grater, And I like it like that, but I was grating my finger one day and I said, I really wished I hadn't given away my food processor. Not that I used it so much. And in my head, you guys, I'm thinking like a $20 food processor, like a Hamilton Beach $20 food processor from Walmart. I'm not thinking like the $500 food processor from wherever, right? So the next thing I know, I come home and he goes, happy birthday. And I said, whose birthday? And he says, oh, it's for you. And he had bought me this expensive food processor. And I was like, dude, I meant like a $20 Hamilton Beach food processor. I didn't mean like a, but, I don't want to make him feel bad. So I was like, oh, I love it. I love it. So I don't have room for all this stuff, you guys. And so I have to be really careful for what I say. So now, it's like now I just don't say anything because I don't want anything else. I don't say like, oh, what else did he buy me? Oh, he bought me a thing to seal your food, one of those things, because I was complaining that, I can't say much. I was complaining that our freezer, I would put whatever in there and it would get freezer burn. And I was kind of complaining about it. I said, and I meant like one of those sealing things. Have you seen them? They're like, I don't know, $20. And you can use them with regular baggies and they suck all the air out of it. Guys always get big everything. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They always do get big everything. So I was like, he bought me one of these like food sealer things, which I've used it, you guys, because we buy things in bulk at Costco, and it definitely, I told you we have banana trees and stuff growing on our yard, and even though we're not eating them, our little one does, so I freeze them for her because she loves to make smoothies, whatever. So, I'm trying to be like more, but you guys, I need to downsize in a way that works for me. But since this whole keto thing, he's been like, I guess because now he's all into counting the macros, and you guys, he's like into it, way more into it than I am. I guess I should be grateful, right? Like he's way more into it than I am, counting macros and whatever. Anyway, he's like, do you want this? Do you want a stick blender? I'm like, I don't need another thing. I don't have room for it. Were you talking about your Ninja? You're afraid of it? Yeah, it's a food saver. That's exactly what it is, you guys. That's what he bought me. It's a nice thing, you guys, but I don't have room for anything. And I told him, I said, please. So I'm liking this one. I wish I had all my colors over here. I don't know where. You guys, I'm going to have to go on search for my paint. It's probably, I remember putting it in one big container at one point. I remember like putting it in, not all of it. I kept some of it in these little tiny plastic, those little shoebox ones. I'm talking about the little clear shoebox containers. But then I remember putting some of it in. I had one of those really gigantic containers, and I put some of it in that. I have a feeling he just didn't even look inside of it and took it. I think it's with my stencils, you guys. My stencils are in a book. I made a book for my stencils. I can't find it. I think he put it up. I think it's all in that tub, in those big tubs that you can't see through. I am going to do a purge. I'm really going to do a purge. I am definitely going to do a purge. I'm going to go through all the stuff that I don't use or haven't used in a while and let go of it. You might have to get my Ninja out because there's a cauliflower fried rice you want to make. I haven't even tried cauliflower rice yet. I haven't tried it. ABG says she has her stencils on a garment rack, clothes rack, and you love them that way. But you have a huge studio space. I've seen your huge studio space. It's awesome. I want the recipe for the cauliflower rice. I haven't made it. I have some of my things in a shoe rack like that you're talking about, APG, but most of my stuff, okay, it was really, I finally got I was getting ready to film like this is my studio and I'm loving it, my little dining alcove space, and then my daughter and her husband moved back here, and my other daughter was living at home at the same time, and then like our house was only 3 bedrooms, so I made the dining alcove their bedroom, put a queen size blow up bed in it, and so I had to take all my stuff out. So, you know, and after that, it's just sort of gone to hell in a handbag, really, seriously. It's been like one of those things where it's just like there's no matter what I do, I just can't. I need to purge because I think I accumulated a bunch of stuff at the time that my kids were here. Because I told you I have friends. She brings me all her recycling things. And you guys, I definitely am a book addict. I am. I can't get away from it. I try. I don't know what it is, but I'm a hi paper. I'm putting it on a jelly plate, a mono printing plate. So I don't know, you guys. I have issues. Not gonna lie, I have some issues. You need to organize and straighten up and stop buying. But there's a new sale at Michael's. Yeah. You have no space either. Yeah, this plate's a 12 by 12 one. They may even come bigger. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I'm glad there's no Michael's here. You guys, I would be out of my mind if there was a Michael's here. Oh, I'm loving this. Look, loving that. So APG says they have a 20 by 20 jelly plate. Oh my gosh. Don't tell my hottie that, okay? Because then he'll try to go buy it for me. He'll go buy it for me. He'll be like, oh, but you needed this. You needed this 20 by 20. You needed this very large jelly plate. Huh. I love this one too. I have paper and book issues. I really do. I really do, you guys. Laura's saying free is hard to turn down in the books and paper department. I agree with you. Hey, Barb. Barb, I really enjoyed this stream with you and Diane. I so enjoyed it. And I think that it's awesome that, I love how Cassandra says in Maryland, they have a Michael's and a Hobby Lobby. So I love this YouTube community for a lot of different reasons. But one of the reasons I really love it is, like, we all watch each other and, feel really familiar with each other and feel excited to see each other's artwork and all that. But I think what's even more exciting is that when you see, like, you and Diane get together and you really see the real people behind it all. Because, videos, you can do some kind of great things with videos and not really ever have like a clear idea of who someone is, right? But then you see videos and you feel like, wow, you feel like, or when you guys getting together and sharing, it was just lovely. And I love this community of YouTube, and I'm grateful that it's in my life. I'm super grateful that it's in my life. So. It was so cool to see them together. I agree. Laura and I think it was really cool, Barb. And it was awesome that you guys, like, got together. Feels like you're sitting down with an old friend, doesn't it? Because you've known them, or you got to know them for however long you've, like, watched their channel or what you've done with them. You got to know them. I think it's cool. I think it's super cool, Barb. You guys, I may go back and stamp on some of these pages. I may not. I don't know. I am going to carve some stamps, and if I don't get to do it in a live stream, I'll do it in a video, and I'm going to make it out of those really thin erasers that you can get at the dollar store, I think. APG says she feels connected in some of her fibs I've known for almost 10 years. Oh, APG, I love that. You've known Diane for 8 years and you've gotten together once before. Well, I love her. And you guys go over and check out her channel. It's Diane Fago, F-A-G-O. Is it Happy Heart Studios? Hi, Starving Emma. How are you, Mama? Anyway, go and check her out. And you guys watch her. I'm telling you. She makes the most impressive Shannon Green journaling by fives that I've ever seen. Oh, somebody told me they got to go and be with Shannon at the place in Arkansas. Where is she? The new studio space or whatever it is. They got to go and be there, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's so cool. You know, that would be. I love Shannon Green too. So, because I have a lot of people I really enjoy on YouTube. Okay, it's Diane, aka Packer Die. It's not Diane Fago anymore. You met Shannon last year, APG. How was that? Malia says she's rewatching Shannon Green's journal for no reasons right now. I think that's awesome. Well, go and watch Diane, aka Packer Die. Diane goes by Honest Heart Studio. See, I knew it was something. You're getting ready to make some videos soon? Oh, well, awesome. APG says, Shannon is just a normal, real person. I love her. I know. Did you guys see last year when Barb was at Creativation and she and Shannon chatted live? It was awesome. Okay, I'm liking this one too. You took a class with Packer Die? Oh, how awesome is that? Where did you take a class, Vicki? You're making videos, and what about some store ads? Barb says she met Shannon too, and she agrees with APG. Laura says, Barb, that's just the coolest. I knew you were cool, Barb, but that blows it out of the park. I know, I saw that live stream too at Creativation. It was excellent, right? Hey, Nikki, how are you? So, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing today. I'm sure I'm supposed to be doing something. Well, I did find my clothes for my work day tomorrow. There's nobody here. The dog is like somebody outside slammed a car door across the street. She's not used to us not having a hustle and bustle house, and she cannot stand the fact there's no hustle and bustle in here. Hi, Elle. Hi, Michelle. Oh, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you, Mama? How are you, Miss Michelle Scott? Well, I'm streaming on Sunday because I got a job. And honestly, I don't know. I would love to say that I'm going to be able to. I would love to say that I'm going to be able to continue to stream after, now that I got this new job. But honestly, you guys, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I mean, I probably will at some point, but I don't know how soon. And so I'll definitely, I think I have off next Friday. So if I have off on Friday, I will be back on Friday. I will not stream on Tuesday because I'm working. And you guys, because of the time difference, so I usually stream at 3 o'clock my time when you guys are in the summer. And in the winter, I stream at 2 o'clock my time, right? Because it makes it the same kind time, 9 p.m. Eastern. But because my job is not close to my house and I have to work, I mean, a gallery's not a 9 to 5 job. So the only way I can see that I'd be able to stream is if I get up super early. And, oh, Amir's so sweet. I hope I rock it out. I really do. Emma says, hello to all you watchers outside the box, all you lurkers. So this is kind of like, just in case I don't get to stream for a while. This is my, just in case I don't get to stream for a while stream. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And plus I've been up since freaking 5 o'clock. You guys, I don't know. I'm not really a morning person. How many of you people are morning people? How many of you right here, right now are like, I'm a morning person? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a morning person. Guys, I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. I'm talking about being away and you miss me already. I love you guys. My partner was so funny. He was like, well, you're the one that thought you needed a job. I said, I didn't think I needed a job. You guys, okay. The 411 is, I like my own autonomy. I like my own autonomy. So I was faced with either doing something like starting a business again, which I didn't know if I could do with a small child, you know, like, and then this job came along. Like I wasn't like actively looking for like, I wasn't actively going, okay, I'm going to go find a job. I was actively saying to myself, okay, what might I like to do? What would be fun if I could do it? What does it look like if I could do it? Does that make sense? So it wasn't like going, okay. Because if I was actively looking for a job, I would have had one long before now. And then this job came up and it was sort of like a little bit too perfect for me. Meaning like it suited what I like and the things I enjoy doing. I don't know if he's happy that I have a job. He didn't say he wasn't, but he was like, he kind of said to me this morning, it was kind of funny. He goes, thank you for cooking for me. And then he was like, I don't know whether he was thinking I'm not going to cook anymore. I mean, I have to eat. But he was like, thanks for cooking for me and thanks for whatever, you know. And I don't know. You guys, I can't figure things out sometimes. How many of you like have that experience where you're like, you're doing what makes you happy and maybe it doesn't make everybody else happy in your life, but you're doing what makes you happy. Me, I'm like, my table's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. You used to be a morning person. Hi, Margie. Margie says, morning happens too early in the day. Never a few hours later, I could be a morning person. Margie, you and I are in the same boat. ABG says, she used to be a morning person, but lately I'm kind of lazy in the AM. I'm not a morning person. So 5 a.m. for me is like, I don't know. It's actually like a little bit like hell. He does want me to be happy. And he does want me to know that he loves me and appreciates me. I know he does. Are you kidding? He tells me all the time, but it was sort of funny this morning because I think yesterday I didn't get up with him, you guys. I'm not a morning person, and I've been getting up at 5 a.m., and I don't sleep a lot. How many of you guys are not like heavy-duty sleepers? I'm not a heavy-duty sleeper, you guys. I'm not. You know, I never have. My sister makes fun of me. She says I just take cat naps, okay? And so, you know, I think that, you know, yesterday I didn't get up with him, and he did not make him. You guys, we have leftovers in the fridge. He didn't even take himself leftovers, okay? I don't know what, he just couldn't wrap his head around that there were leftovers, or I don't know. There were leftovers in the fridge, okay? So I told him, he was like, if you make a menu, he was so funny. He's like, if you make a menu, I'll make sure that I do my part. Meaning, like, if I make a menu, because I usually just cook on the spur of the moment. I'm like, oh, we have this and this and this, I'll make that. You know, I don't make a plan. So he was funny. Told him it's like, not getting a job isn't like I'm going to stop living my life. You don't sleep well? You sleep 2 to 3 hours a night? You're not a good sleeper either, Elle? I'm not a good sleeper. I'm not. And so, you know, like, and you guys, he's so slow in the morning, it takes him forever to do anything that it kind of, I don't want to say it irritates me, but it really does. It irritates me, okay? It completely irritates me. I'm going to mail somebody a package, so I thought, I might as well go ahead and jelly plate on it. You slept too much as a child. You don't sleep well either. He might be missing me already. You guys, he's so rarely home. You know, I told him he needs to get a hobby. I told him that he should. Told him he needs to get a hobby. Like, he used to play tennis all the time. Guys, I hate playing tennis. But he loves it. Carmen says she sleeps 2 to 3 hours every night for the past 10 years when I quit graveyard shifts at a nursing home. Girl, I'm telling you, it's like I don't sleep. I want to sleep. It's not like, and I'm tired, but I lay down, and if something wakes me up, then that's done. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, then I'm awake. Isn't that ridiculous? But that's just how I roll. I don't know what it is, and that's just how it works for me. You gonna go take a nap, Gypsy? Good for you. It is hard. So, like, I don't know. I guess if you've always been a sleeper, like my sister has to sleep like 9 hours a day. Always has. Maybe even more. Like, she goes to bed super early. She goes to bed like at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Because I'm a night owl. I cannot go to bed that early. You know? And if I do go to bed that early, this is the problem. So if I go to bed at like, say I'm really tired, and I go to bed at 8 or 9, you guys, I'm up at 2 and that's it. Have a good nap. We want you to have a good nap, Gypsy. Lala says she enjoys the sunrise. I do sometimes, but I'm not, you guys, anyway. So, I'm not all like, there are some people that in the morning are like so amazing, right? They're like efficient and they're awake. Nikki says she's watching in bed. She's hoping to nap herself. Well, Nikki, we hope you get a nap. Hope that works for you. I can occasionally nap during the day, but in all honesty, it just throws my whole schedule off. It just throws me off, so I just don't do it. Do not do it. I just don't nap. How many of you guys nap? How many of you are nappers? There's nothing wrong with napping. Napping can be an amazing thing. There's no judgment here in the napping area. You can take whatever you get these days, Elle. I hear you. You know what? When my daughter's home, I can nap. Schedule, what's that? When my daughter's home, I can nap. But you're a napper? I would love to be a napper. I can lay down if she's home. But if she's not here, I don't nap. I don't know why that is. Like, I can lay down for maybe a half an hour. Sometimes it just happens without you trying. I think that's the best time. You're a napper. Michelle's a napper. Oh, bye, Carla. We love you. I hope you have a wonderful... Oh, thank you. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I look forward to seeing all your next adventures. Because I know they're going to be amazing. Bye, Possum. Mary Lou says if she lies down during the day, she'll sleep, but then she can't sleep at night. What is that, you guys? I don't know. I can relate. I can really, truly relate. I can so relate to I can relate to it. I can really relate. So I don't know what else you guys have going on, but I'm just telling you, this is just what's going on with me right now. I'm just like, I got to hire staff, so that part's like a little stressing me out because, you know, I really thought, I told you guys, I thought I had this girl for the assistant store manager thing, and that would have been like such a big relief for me because, you know, they want me to go and do, they want me to go and open up another one of these stores, and I said, let me just get myself together and do one. But I need to do one. You can't sleep anything worth a crap at night. I hear you, Mama. You're a morning person now because of your son? Well, I mean, I have to get up to take my daughter to school. I mean, I do that. I do that, but I wouldn't think that I consider myself a morning person. Like, I function better if I have everything done the night before, like, you know, all the stuff that she may need. If she packs it all, then I function way better. So I'm stressed about just finding the right person. I'm sure she'll come along, but at this point, that's just what's on my plate. It's been true your whole life. You're a vampire, or a vampire one. You're so funny. I don't know. I think that we all. I don't know. I've never been a sleeper. Never, ever. My sister. Charlie, stop. There's nobody here. You're going to take a nap right now? But you came on. Oh, no. You're going to take a nap and I disturbed your nap? I'm sorry, Elle. I can't. I don't know. I admire people. You know what? My dad was this kind of napper. Do you guys ever have people in your life like this? My dad was the kind of napper. Like, he could sleep anywhere. My hottie's like that. He can sleep anywhere for like 10 minutes and feel refreshed. I'm like, that doesn't happen to me. I'm like, that's not real. I'm like, why? How does that work with him? You guys, I don't know how it works, but he just does. He can sleep like anywhere. He can sleep anywhere. Like, he catches a cat nap. Like, so he works at a restaurant. A really nice restaurant, most evenings. Not every evening, but a lot of evenings. And he works at like a breakfast place in the morning. He decided that, I told you guys we've been trying to like buy a house. Well, he decided that he wanted to get an extra job. Hi, Linda. How are you? He decided he wanted to get an extra job. So he got this job at like, it's a great place. It's like a breakfast place here, and anyway, it's not near our house. And he has to be at work at 7, and he finishes at 1, right? So he doesn't start so he tries to get all of his work shifts because none of it is on our side of the island. So he tries to get all of his work shifts on the same day. Like, so he'll work a double shift, like he'll work a morning shift and a night shift. Then his other job doesn't start till 4. So this is what he tells me he does. I mean, I don't know because I'm not there, but he gets off work around 1:30, and then he goes and swims. He goes and, swims in the ocean, snorkels or whatever, and then he eats whatever I've made him for lunch, or he gets himself something to eat. And then he takes a cat nap. And you guys, he freaking takes a cat nap in the car. Because I park somewhere in the shade and I just take a cat nap. Part of me is a little jealous. Part of me is like, seriously, you're taking a cat nap? I can't take a cat nap. Your 9-year-old wants to learn how to nap like his dad. I can't nap like that. How many of you can take cat naps? I find sometimes I'm more tired after that. Do you guys find out you're more tired after the nap? Like after your cat nap or whatever you want to call it? Well, I think that I admire those of you that nap. I admire those of you that can nap, and I admire those of you that can sleep. I haven't quite figured out how to do that for myself. I have not. How many of you, what projects are you guys working on this summer? I'm doing my ATCs. I am going to do my, I've had a couple junk journal projects that I guess I have a couple of junk journal projects that are like, I've gathered all the supplies, dyed all the paper, done all of it. It's sitting right there in my mess to do. Michelle said she'd be thinking the whole time, people are looking, people are looking. You started taking CBD and you're sleeping really good? Oh, maybe that's what I need to do. How do I use drugstore bags? I just put them on the jelly plate. Here, I only have one here. You guys, I'm telling you, I was really good. I purged a bunch of stuff, gave some stuff, sent some stuff. So I just put it on I just put it on here. Like, here it is. Here's the drugstore bag right here. Okay. And then I just laid it down. Just lay it on your jelly plate. Burnish it down and pull it up. Nothing to it. That's it. That is the extent of the drugstore bag. They make it. They're kind of cool. They make like a crunchy, sound. Oh, what do you make with them? You can add them to your journals, or you can cut them apart and add them to any sort of a process book you're doing, or you can make a book out of them too. I've seen people that have made drugstore bag books. You know, it's just like a brown paper bag. You know, you could do that too with a brown paper bag. You could also cut it up and use it for collage fodder. You know, it's up to you. No right or wrong. Malia says she puts drugstore bags in her journals for the crunch. CBD oil helps you with pain. Laugh out loud. Laura, there comes a mirror to see if you're still breathing. Oh my God. Laura's saying she paints hers with sprays and inks, right? Is that what you said? So Laura's doing the encaustic project, Rosemary Morris's encaustic project. You know what I did sign up for, you guys? I haven't even started on it. How many of you love Tiffany Goff Smith? I love her. Love, love, love her. She has a class called, oh my gosh, you guys. I signed up for it. I'll tell you what it's called. Hold on. I'll tell you what it is. Let me see. It is called, let me see. Anyway, I signed up for her class, and I've made some of the pieces for it. It's called Soul Food, and it's over on Jean Oliver's channel, Jean Oliver's website, and the class is called Soul Food, and you're making this cool soul journal, and anyway, it's really, I'm looking forward to making the project, to make this really cool journal. So I'm looking forward to doing that. That's one thing. And you guys should check it out. It's over on, I don't know if it's jeanoliver.com, or just look on Tiffany's channel on YouTube. She's the Southern Gals Designs? But on Facebook, she's Tiffany Goff Smith, Goff. And you will love, she is funny and she's awesome. So I signed up for her class because I love her. And, you know, it's like you want to support her. And it wasn't expensive. I don't remember what it was, but I want to say it was like under $50, but maybe I'm wrong. And it's lots of tutorials, and it's making like your own art journal, but in just following her process, which I really like. It's very freeing and fun. That's one project that I have to do. that I made all my papers for it. I have gathered my stuff to make my cover and everything. I just haven't done it. Maybe I'll use some of these painty papers in it. I don't know. What else am I doing over the summer? Southern Gals Designs, yeah. I love her. You guys should go over and check her out because she is so fun. Hi, Chai. You've been here, but you've been MIA. Life has been crazy busy. Oh, I can relate. I love Tiffany too. She's so spunky. She's hilarious. I enjoy the freedom that she just shares how she makes a mess and what she does and that sort of thing. And I really like her. So I mean, I would definitely recommend. I've watched a couple of the videos. I haven't done all of them, but I will tell you they're fun. I need to paint more on this, but Linda says that she looked at Tuesday morning for the paper pad that Colleen had, and she was bummed. You watch Tiffany? I do too. I love her. I missed Mary's marathon. I saw it coming on. Guys, I was crashed for that. I was crashed on Friday. So, well, I can't wait to see your encaustic thing. I hope you enjoy doing it. I cannot wait to see what you make. APG saying they didn't have it at her Tuesday morning, but she got one called Maps. Mary's gonna do them weekly. She has more energy than anybody I know. How many of you guys love to watch Meredith Abrams? I do, and she is a force to be reckoned with, and she has a ton of energy. You guys, I'm just glad there's no Tuesday morning where I am. Guys, I can't imagine what I'd come home with. Like, I don't need anything as it is, but I cannot imagine what I'd come home with. I mean, especially like when you see people coming back with like all these like super cool things that they found. You're like, oh, I need that. I need that. I need that. You're like, I need that. Gotta have that. Gotta have that. I love Mary. She's so fun. You haven't been to Tuesday mornings in a few weeks, and they usually don't have much. Your store gets sloppy seconds. Oh, no. You made it back? What were you doing, Miss Fiddleson? I'm just glad there's no Tuesday morning here because it would be, you guys, it would be a real detriment for me. I would be like, as fast as I would try to, and then if I mentioned it to my hottie that I like something, oh no, then he'd just go buy it for me. It would not be a good thing. It would not be a good thing. Oh, what happened? Where did you find it? What did Linda say? Linda said, your neighbor came over to chat. Don't you love that? Hey, you know what? Mine always comes over and I don't have a bra on, so that's terrible. Oh, so they have them at Hobby Lobby. Mary is a real go-getter. I love her too. I'm glad there's no Hobby Lobby here either. What kind of paper pad were you guys looking for? What paper pad was it? Somebody tell me. Not that I'm buying anything, because I'm not. Jersey. Oh my God, I remember that, Christy. That's crazy. Christy says her neighbors came over to chat and they apparently wanted to know why their dog smelled like skunk and if you knew anything. Oh my gosh. So it's DCWV cartographer. I'm going to have to look it up. Is it super cool? Oh my God. What did you say, Biddleson? What did you say? I'll look it up after the stream. You monkeyed the graphic 45 from Barb and you love it. Just saying, Barb, right? I love graphic 45 too. I just don't need any more stuff. We only speak to our neighbors when we see them in the grocery store. Go figure. Oh no. Yes, but don't look because I'll have to have it. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I mean, how did you, because did you get all the smell out of your house? Oh no. So you said, well, you explained the whole saga and how you basically had to sterilize the AC unit and he hushed up quick. Well, of course, if he's got troublemaker dogs, doesn't he know that his dogs did it? Oh my God. I remember you saying the story. No, skunks are horrible. Like, we don't have any skunks here, thank God. But skunks, I remember I'm from Texas. So I remember, like, the days of, like, skunks spraying our dogs and then the dog coming into the house and then the house smelling. Or the worst is a skunk spraying underneath your house. Because, we lived where our houses were on, what do you call it? What are they, like, not on stilts, but kind of, like where they're not built flush to the ground because of the flood areas. Oh my gosh. You guys are too freaking funny. I don't know. The skunk thing is like a real issue though. The skunk thing is an issue beyond issues. That is like not cool. You only have to worry about the toads that Laura loves. We do have some toads. We do have some toads. We have this big, huge one that lives across the street, and the kids are always try to play with it or whatever. I'm like, leave the frog alone. He looks like an old frog. He's happy. Leave him alone. All I can do is corral my child. I can't corral anyone else's children. But I'm like, that frog looks super happy. Leave the frog alone. The frog does not need your help. Leave the frog alone. Leave that frog alone. They're big enough to be your friends. No, your toads kill dogs. I don't think our toads do that. That's awful. I didn't know toads killed dogs. How do toads kill dogs? They're just poisonous? Is that what they do? Is that? They kill dogs. I had no idea. Aren't those alligators? Oh my God, you guys, I grew up on a bayou in Texas. Okay, we had alligators. They're poisonous giant toads. I don't think ours are poisonous. The only thing that we have here is centipedes and scorpions. We don't have I haven't seen any in a while. People have there's lots of wild chickens, feral chickens here, and they definitely will eat the centipedes and the scorpions. I'm a buffo toad. You can call me Mr. T for short. You're ridiculous. Lori's saying, try the package was so lovely and it came when she was on a road trip. Oh, that's so sweet. What are you guys cooking for dinner? I didn't even cook myself breakfast. I got up and made my hottie, like some crazy omelets and stuff. Part of me was like, do I keep some of this for myself? You have a wild rooster that moved into your park. We have lots of feral chickens. So your dad's brother-in-law, and I will talk about him on my channel too funny. He was out spearing the toads to death to save the dogs. Oh no. You cringe every time you get a call for scorpion bites. You know, they're not, honestly, I haven't seen them on my side of the island. They're usually on the really dry side, and I haven't seen them very often. You know, there's so many feral chickens everywhere that and cats, they're pretty much taken care of. You know, like it's not an ongoing battle. Chicken and Portuguese sausage. You're so funny. You're having chicken and Portuguese sausage with salad. That sounds good. Somebody says she's having Chinese food. It's too hot to cook. You're making chicken breast, rice, and fresh zucchini. Sounds yum. Chicken, pasta, and zoodles for you. Oh, good for you, Malia. I had the best zoodles. Not yesterday. The other day. It was so good. The guy's Nedsy's spearing toads. Yeah, he is. You're cooking hello 1800 Chinese. 1-800 Chinese. Yeah, I need some food. You're so funny. Yeah, and you had scorpions at your house and you killed them with shoes? Oh, I just take them back outside. Feral chickens, yes. That's the stuff of nightmares. No, they're just all around. They just eat all the bugs. It's kind of good. Fried chicken and spinach salad. That sounds yum. KFC. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. The feral cats have coffee with you early in the morning and you go back to bed. Oh, that's sweet. Hi, Lizzie. How are you, Miss Elizabeth Brewer? Hi, Deb. You want to do some of that squish painting? You forgot what it's called. Maybe it's just called squish painting, Lizzie. I love you, Lizzie. You make me laugh, and I'm always happy to see you, and I always enjoy hanging out with you. Always. There's always something fun. Malia saying, Christy, she's completely dismantling the envelope you sent her for her glue book. You guys are awesome. Lizzie, what are you up to? How are you feeling lately, Mama? We were all talking about you on Friday about your stream, about you changing your stream days, which is good. You need to stream when you want to stream. You need to stream when you want to stream. So who are your go-to YouTube channels? Oh wow, this magazine, this Restoration Hardware. Look, I don't know if I can pick it up. I might have to put another darker color, but like, look, it's on the jelly plate. The image of the flowers. I wasn't trying to do that, but this is such a big jelly plate. You can't really see it. I guess I don't know. You're still here. You're seeing. Aww. You're having oxtail, like oxtail soup. You're feeling better. Oh, we love you, Lizzie. We totally love you. I'm glad you're feeling better. Let me see if I can get this to come off on another piece of paper, but I need a darker color, so let me figure out. I don't have anything except brown. And black. I guess I could do it black. Let me try to do it with blue. I have to decide what I'm going to make. I guess I should make stuff that I'm going to have tomorrow. But I do have to do, which I had. You guys, how many of you shop at Costco? I mean, I shop at Costco all the time because, not that I love Costco so much. I don't like the lights in Costco and I don't like the busyness of Costco. But I shop in Costco because, quite frankly, sometimes it's the freshest, and you know, and I buy other things like, I don't know. So I have a list of stuff that I have to buy. Like I have to buy hot sauce, and I have to buy eggs, and you can buy like, I don't know, 5 dozen eggs there, and I have to buy hot sauce and eggs, and what else am I buying? I have a whole list, a ridiculous list somewhere around here of all the things that I need to buy from Costco. But I hate going. I hate going. How many of you are like that? You got an Aldi? We don't have an Aldi. We have a whole paycheck, and we have Safeway, and we have, we don't have any store like an Aldi. I wish we would get a Trader Joe's. That's what I wish we would get. But I don't know if we'll ever get. We got a Target though. So when Target came in, it definitely made the prices of our groceries go down, which was great. You hate shopping for anything? I just don't want to have to go. You know, it's like, usually I make my hottie go. Because if he goes, then I know he's only going to get what's on the list. Whereas if I go, what happens? I buy other stuff. Your honey loves to shop and cook. Well, mine, he doesn't love it, but he'll do it. But he's not going to be home and we need it. Whole paycheck, right? It's so expensive. Is Earth Fair good? APG says she goes to Walmart for diabetic stuff and dog food. Well, I have to get bunny food. We need bunny food. I don't need other pet food. And I need, I have to eggs and hot sauce. The hot sauce was like my hottie's number one. He was like, we're out of hot sauce. Elle says her big handsome does all the shopping and cooking around here. Mine will do the shopping. He cannot do the cooking. You guys, it's just, I love him. He can't cook. Well, you can kind of see it, but not really. I don't know. I guess I don't have dark enough paint. You used to have, all you have is a Kroger and a Walmart and Publix. We have a, we don't have a Publix, but we have Safeway, Foodland, and we have a Sack and Save, but that's not particularly a good one. We have, what else do we have? Costco, Walmart, Target. But depending upon what side of the island you're on. So if you're in the central, you have it all. But if you're on the west side, where my new job is, all you have is Safeway, Foodland. Oh, we also have a Times Market. And then if you were on the other side of the island, they only have, I think they only have a Safeway and a Times Market. So the best place to come is the central part of the island to do the shopping because it's less expensive here. There is a huge price difference for our stores. There are. It's ridiculous. Publix is nice. I've been to it. But you have to check. You have to really check the expiration dates. I don't know. I just try not to. You guys, if I can get out of going to the grocery store, oh my God, I do it every time. You guys, it's like people are on vacation here, right? They come, but they come with the energy wherever they came from. And they'll like bump into you. If they're like aggressive, to bump into you with the carts, and you're just like, whoa. Yeah, I'm not a grocery shopper. And you know what else my hottie's good at? Taking things back. Yeah, he'll take it back. He has no qualms about it. He will take it back. I don't know what he bought me, and I was like, I don't like this. And he goes, that's okay, I'll just take it right back. What can I say? He's faster. So funny. He's faster. He's faster at shopping, faster at wanting to go shopping. I don't know. Me, I'm like over the whole shopping thing. Oh, he's totally a taker-backer. Okay, I'm not. I'm like, whatever. He's like, oh no. So my pet peeve is we buy bagels for our little one because she loves bagels. And so you buy them at Costco. You have to get them it's 2 sleeves of 6 bagels each for, I don't know, like $6, $7, right? But you have to get 2. If you buy 1, it's still the same price. Now, my pet peeve is that suddenly you'll have them for like 2 days. They won't even, you will just got home from Costco and maybe you'll have one, and then the next day you'll look up and it'll be molded. And it just makes me mad, And so, I try to, when we get them home, slice them up, and try to slice them up, and then, I want a piece of heavy something. I don't know if I even have it. Slice it up and put them in the freezer, but sometimes, it's like you would think you would have a day, but sometimes you don't, okay? So it just makes me mad. It's just like the whole principle of everything. It just kind of makes me mad, and, I'm expressing that to him, and I'm like, this is rip-off or whatever. So when we used to live on the other side of the island, which is like 45 minutes from where we live now, it's the humidity, and heat. Shall I try and freeze them? Oh, I do freeze them, but you would think that you would get home, you'd have them for a whole day, right, before you had to freeze them. So he doesn't think anything of it. He'll just take them right back. He'll just go back and take them back. He does not have one issue about it. And he just takes them back, and they give him all of his money back. And sometimes when we used to live on the other side of the island, we weren't driving over here. He'd let them sit there for a week, and then he'd just take them back because we weren't going to drive over here for $6. He would just take them back, and he would, get his money back. He does it for everything that I say I don't like. He's like, well, if you don't like it, he goes, they have a return policy. He goes, I'll take it back. So I'm like, okay. So I let him. So what did he buy me? And I didn't like it. Oh, the other day he bought bacon. We bought bacon, right? And they sell it in packs of 4, like at Costco. And it comes like sealed. Like they're individually 4 packages sealed, but then they seal it, wrap it in some other plastic as well. Well, I usually take it all apart and put half in the freezer, but I didn't. You guys, I didn't put it anywhere. I just left it. I was going to deal with it. And I opened one package and cooked it. And it was still wrapped in the other, the other 3 packages were still wrapped in the plastic. And wrapped individually and then wrapped around in that, however they seal it, so that you buy 4 at a time. Well, the first package was fine. The second package was fine. The third package, now we're talking a matter of days. We're not talking weeks. It took me probably 2 or 3 days later. I took everything out and redid the fridge, and I was going to put 2 packages in the freezer. Well, one of the packages was black, rotted, and it pissed me off so bad because it was hiding behind all the other ones. And I was like, seriously? And I said, ugh, whatever. And I left it in the fridge, and the next day or 2 days later, he went and he took it back. Well, the lady wanted to give him a hard time, and he said, look. He said, you can see, we were just here. He goes, you can see, because they can tell by, where you are, what you bought, right? He said, you're the one that packaged it, or however, and it was hidden in the back. It was hidden, in the third packages of 4 packages of bacon. And the lady was pissed off because she had to give him his whole money back for everything. So I don't know, what is bacon, $15 or something? I don't know. So she had to give him all the money back, and she was mad. And I said, why was she mad? It's not her store. It's not her personal store. Like, we didn't go home and in 2 days make a sealed package of bacon turn black. You know, I was just like, whatever. But it just like he was irritated. He was like, you know, she didn't want to give me the money back. So he said, I just stood there and he said, please call the manager. And then she was arguing with him and she says, please call the manager. And he says, and what is your name? He's like, Shelly, I know how these things work. He's like, it's not up to her to decide whether we get our money back. It's a store policy. She's just a worker at the store. And he said, and honestly, he said to her, would you feed this to your family? Would you have brought this back? And, you know, she was not my stamp. Anyway, he was like, but he took it back. And let's see what else. I mean, that happens all the time here. And you're probably right. It is the heat and the humidity, but he's good about taking stuff back. Whereas I'm just kind of like, whatever. You know, it's not that I'm just like weighing out whether it's worth my time to go down there and argue with them. I think he had to talk to the manager, and I think he complained about her too. He said, you know, I've been a Costco customer for a long time. He goes, look on the screen. You can see my wife bought. I actually was the one that shopped that time. He goes, my wife bought this like 2 days ago. Because you can tell by they know everything you buy. You don't even need a receipt there. They know everything you buy. You've taken a nap. Oh, good, I'm glad. So who else is doing their summer projects? I'm going to do I've got some ATCs to work on. I have my journals to finish. I've got my Tiffany Goff-Smith class, which I'm excited to do. And what else am I doing? You know, I was planning on, you guys, this is so sad, I was planning on going to South America, but that didn't happen either. You even return stuff for your daughter. You're the one with attitude. People are just so people sometimes. I totally agree with you. But like, isn't it ridiculous though? It's like not even their. It's not even their. I could see if it's your personal business, but it's not. And he was like, "What is it to you?" He said, "You guys have what is it called? Cost and recovery or waste and it's you know what I'm talking about. Return. It's got a name. Return and something else." He goes, "You guys do that all the time." Hi, Liz. Love you, APG. I hope to see you soon, girl. You guys head over to APG Jamie's channel and go check out what she's making. She's always making something fun and crafty. She's always a lot of fun. And go over and show her some love. Go over and show her some. You're actually making something, jokes aside, making a journal for your buddy. Aw. You're gluing and you're playing with gesso and these gelato type crayons that are cheaper. I have some of those really cheap ones, and some of the really cheap ones are actually really good. You know, some of the cheaper ones I think are better than the brands. I think this is going to be my last pull. And does anybody want a little woo-woo or no woo-woo? It doesn't hurt my feelings one way or the other. I woo-woo all the time. You love the cheap ones, and they have amazing colors. Somebody sent me some, and they were really good. They were like $5 or less than $5 at Hobby Lobby. It was Patricia. She said, yes, woo-woo? Okay. She sent me some, and you have to take the kids outside in the scorching heat. Oh, no. Malia, can't you go to the movies or somewhere where it's air conditioned or a body of water all the time? I do woo-woo all the time. You guys, I have to woo-woo. I make myself crazy. You guys, I have to. I do it every day. Multiple times a day, depending upon how well I'm doing. Bye, Malia. We love you, girl. You guys go over to Lovely Malia. Go to 3 dots to the right and check out her channel. Subscribe and hang out with her and Lily and Vera May and Brian. You gotta take your kids outside and hose them down. Oh, you're so funny. We love you, Malia. So while I'm doing my last poll, you know, so lately what I've been working on, and you guys can work on anything. It's not like, you know, your energy is like, It's like modeling clay, except you can model it with your intention. So my intention every day is to raise my vibration to the highest level that I can easily and effortlessly accommodate at this moment. Okay? Because for me, I don't, especially if I'm like feeling down in the dumps or I'm having a little bit of a rough time, or, lately I've just been kind of going through my own stress of this. I'm excited about my new job, but I'm also a little stressed about it because, whether I, like finding the right employee, doing all the things, whatever nonsense I cause for myself. And it's just nonsense that I cause for myself. So, what I invite you to do is I invite you to bring to mind whatever it is that you really want to release and let go of. So for me, it's been a lot around hidden fear and anger. Like, mostly at myself, not necessarily like anger as in, oh, I'm so angry at you, but that hidden fear can turn into, for me, I'm not saying for you, I'm saying for me, fear can turn into stuff that makes you feel hopeless or helpless, right? It also can snuff out your potential. And then if you're like me and you're really self-critical, then that self-critic, it can turn into frustration and anger. And it's self-directed, right? Because for whatever reason. So I've been working on that for myself. I've been working on, being more aware of my inner critic, not listening all the time to my inner critic, letting it go, like letting whatever comes up, come up, and then just letting it go instead of like buying into it. So if I'm feeling particularly anxious, which can happen, if I'm feeling particularly anxious or I'm feeling like if something that's happening makes me feel fearful or nervous about something, I really try to go inside and ask myself, what is it? And can I release it? Do I need to hold on to it or release it? And I'm finding for me that I'm only limited by what I see myself doing and what my imagination is. But I'm also not limited. I can also release this fear and I don't need to pick it back up. I don't need to know the origin of it. Like, I don't need to know that something happened to me when I was 3 and that's why or whatever. All I need to know is that I can make a choice to release it or hold on to it. So yeah, I woo-woo all the time, especially if I'm like freaking out. Yeah. Inner critic. I have the biggest inner critic. Hi, Arabella. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the job did come to me. I wasn't looking for that. Anyway, so the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I know sometimes some of you go, am I the only one experiencing this? Or am I alone on this journey? Or this is really overwhelming and I don't know if I can deal with it. Or whatever it is that you may be feeling that's related to fear of potential, fear of your potential, right? Fear of your potential, fear of living your best life, whatever it is, because we're all absolutely, completely perfect. We just let our thoughts take over sometimes, and we sometimes think we're our thoughts, but we're not. We are not our thoughts, right? Our soul is a vast, limitless being. Like, sometimes you compare yourself to others. You go, okay, so why does, why does this person create without fear? Like, can manifest without fear? Whatever it is, like I don't know, a car or a house or something or optimal health, right? And why can't I? You can. The only thing that keeps us from doing it is our thoughts. It's thinking and believing we can. Haven't you ever read those books by Oh my gosh, all those people that wrote Think and Grow Rich, all the free thought movement that was around like a long time ago. Yeah, we do forget that the critic isn't you, right? I forget it's not me. You know, like like I don't know. So like I know that I've done amazing things in my business world. I mean, I have a track record of it, but yet here I'm standing on the precipice of like a whole new venture, and this inner critic is like totally there, right? Like saying, well, good luck with that, or you're never gonna, you know what I mean? Whatever. Good luck with that. Or no, maybe you won't find the right employees, or maybe you will have to work 91 hours a week. Why did you get yourself into this? I mean, it's like it runs myself. Napoleon Hill, right? Napoleon Hill and Joseph Campbell and a lot of people in that. I think it was called the New Thought movement. So I invite you to bring those things in to this energy work and allow whatever it is that's keeping you from living your dream life, living your highest potential, living your whatever it is you think and see that you want. Realizing that the only person that you can truly affect is yourself. And by raising your vibration, you raise everyone's. Oh, give Cosmin our love, Barb. Love you, girl. We love him. Enjoy your coffee. So bring to mind anything. So for me, I'm bringing to mind the anxiousness I have surrounding this job. I'm bringing to mind my long commute every day. I'm bringing to mind, will I find the questioning I have in my mind, will I find the right person to work or people to work with me? I'm bringing to mind, how am I going to pull it off? Like, these are the thoughts in my head. What's going on in my head? That sort of thing. But you could also bring to mind, maybe yours isn't anything like that. Maybe yours is, I have lots of aches and pains in my body, and I'm bringing that to mind because I want to clear whatever it is in me that holds on to that energy, right? And maybe have like somebody you're really concerned about, neighbor, friend, animal. You can bring them to mind too. You don't. It's not just dependent on you, on your. You can bring anyone or anything to mind. Good night, Mary Lou. I hope you have a wonderful night with dinner. I hope your dinner turns out great. So this meditation lasts about 10 minutes, and all you need to do to participate is breathe. That's really it. Focus on your breathing. And if you don't focus on it and you go mindless, that's fine too. You receive what you need, and you're allowing yourself to clear. Give your body personality in this moment the option to clear any and all fear, any and all thought forms in the easiest, gentlest way that are holding you back from being your perfect, limitless, divine self. Give your body personality permission to receive whatever energy it needs to raise your vibration to the next level, to receive clarity, balance, peace, and freedom. Okay, let's get started. So all you need to do to participate is inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Receive and release. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light, and when you look up, you can't see the end, and when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light to go deep, deep, deep into the earth. Give your column of light this suggestion, heart of the earth. And with that, your column of light is right there, deep, in the heart of the earth. Give your column of light big roots, like big oak roots, deep in the heart of the earth. Now let's ask the earth to share with us her energy. I see this energy like beautiful golden light, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden light energy rising up through your column, filling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist. Feel it filling your chest and back, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your neck, your face and head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth. Now I'd like you to focus on your column of light above your head. Give your column of light above your head the suggestion, heart of the sun, heart of creation, heart of creator, creation energy. And with that, your column of light is right there, deep in the heart of creator, creation energy, the heart of the sun, the heart of the divine. Give your column of light above your head the same roots you did below your feet. Allow your roots with every inhale and every exhale to go deeper and deeper and deeper into this beautiful cosmic angelic realm and deeper into the heart of the earth. Let's ask this beautiful cosmic realm to share with us this special energy. I see this energy like beautiful silvery diamonds, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful diamond light energy pouring through your column of light, mixing with your energy and the earth's energy and spreading 6 feet in all directions. Feel it filling your face and head, your throat and neck, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest and back, your waist, your lower abdomen, the base of your spine, and feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, expelling any and all excess out your roots deep in the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. Now I'd like you to focus on the top of your head. And on the inhale, I would like you to let your body personality receive clarity, truth, peace, freedom, balance. And on the exhale, release any forms of fear or any energy that's holding you back from living your perfect divine identity. Ready? Breathe yourself in and release anything else. Breathe yourself back in and let go of anything else. Breathe yourself fully and completely back into your body personality and release all fear from all time, space, and dimension, all kingdoms and planes. Breathe yourself back in and let go of anything else. Focus on the point of light in the center of your forehead. Breathe yourself back in, receiving bliss, balance, clarity, truth, and freedom, and release any and all fear in any form that is holding you back from living your divine purpose. Breathe yourself back in. Let go of anything else. Breathe yourself back in and let go of anything else. And breathe yourself back in. Let's focus on your throat. I'd like you to breathe back in all the words you wish you'd never said. And I'd like you to release any energy from any time you felt you were not listened to, that you felt your words fell on deaf ears, that you felt your words were misunderstood. Breathe yourself fully and completely back into your body personality here and let go of anything that no longer serves you. Receive in love and release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. I'd like you to focus on your heart. Open a window here and allow any energy to leave that no longer serves you, that is no longer in alignment with you, and that is holding you back from you living your unlimited divine potential. Breathe in and receive peace, balance, clarity, truth, and freedom. And on the exhale, release any and all fear from all time, space, and dimension, all kingdoms and planes. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive in love. Release in love. One more time. Receive in love. Release in love. One more time. Take a look. Feel into your body. Is there anything you need to release? You don't even need to know what it is. Breathe in and receive in love. And on the exhale, release whatever it is that's keeping you from living your divine purpose. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Focus on your waist. Breathe in and receive peace, balance, truth, clarity, and freedom. And release anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Receive in love. And release in love. Receive in love and release in love. Receive in love and release in love. One more time. Receive in love and release in love. Focus on your lower abdomen. Receive peace, balance, clarity, truth, and freedom. And on the exhale, release anything, any energies that hold fear or keep you from attaining and living your unlimited divine potential. Ready? Receive in love, release in love. Receive in love, release in love. Receive in love, release in love. Focus on the base of your spine. Receive peace, balance, bliss, freedom, clarity, and truth. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love, release in love. Receive, release. Receive and release. Receive and release. I'd like you to focus on the heart of the earth below your feet and the heart of the sun above your head. On the inhale, receive peace, clarity, balance, truth, and freedom. And on the exhale, give your body personality permission to release any and all emotions or energies that are aligned or attached with fear, doubt, self-criticism, self-worth, that does not align with your divine, unlimited potential. Ready? Receive in love and release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. I'd like you to imagine an infinity symbol. See it starting in the heart of the sun, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the earth, crossing back through your heart, and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the central sun, the heart of the source, and the heart of the earth. On the exhale, give back love to the heart of the earth, the heart of the central sun, and the heart of the divine. Ready? Receive and give. Receive and give. receive, and give. One more time, receive and give. One last time, receive and give. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. And feel free to share anything you'd like to share. If you want to share, you don't have to. Oh, I'm glad, Laura. I love you. You guys, the energy stays here present. It's always here, so you can always come back and listen to this again and again. It doesn't wear out. You know, you receive what you need at the time, and it just kind of, you know, you receive what you need. So sometimes you can come back and listen to it, and it'll be even more powerful than maybe the first time you listened or participated. Oh, I'm so glad, Vic. I'm so glad. You're jittery and refreshed. You love the tingle. You can't ever get enough. Well, what it is, it's you filled up with you. So you've called yourself back in. You're welcome, Maribel. You've called yourself back in. You've allowed yourself to return to you. And you're giving yourself permission to be who you are. So that's why, like, so many of us are, that's why I do it all day long. Because you know what? I know I'm not my thoughts, and I know I'm not my mind, and I know I'm not all that. But I get caught up in it. Like, I get myself all anxious. Like, am I going to find the right person? Am I going to, whatever. Kind of silly stuff that I do to myself, right? We all do it. I mean, it's just sort of like how it rolls. And then suddenly you're like, when you're not in that space, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm me. And I don't have to, and everything's actually in divine order, and I don't have to worry about anything. And, so like, it's one of those things. That's all it is. I wasn't sure if this job was the right one for me, but, I have to take it as it is because it did come without me looking. And if it's not, I'll know soon enough, right? So I'm excited to see what comes of it, but I'm also excited to see how I can just utilize my own, without giving my energy away. Your migraine's gone? Oh, that's so good. You would love to take the job. The really sad thing, Angela, is that it doesn't even pay enough to pay for the cost of living here. It's ridiculous. You guys living here is like so expensive. And we've tried to move. Trust me, we've tried to leave. We've done all kinds of stuff, and we just keep getting sucked back in. So I just have to trust that it's the right thing, Oh, thanks, Vic. I hope so. I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. Well, at least I didn't throw all my clothes away because, I was doing my calamari, and I did let go of a lot of my work clothes. I think I only kept like one pair of pants, maybe two. I'm hoping I kept two. I found one. I washed them. I found a couple of jackets. I'm lucky that the pants are just black, so like everybody will just think that I'm wearing the same. When I used to work this kind of job, I always wear black. Not because I'm like, oh, I love black, but because when you sell art, you don't want to compete with the art, So I wear black. I'm not telling other people to wear black, but that's what works for me. So, well, thanks, you guys. If you lived here, you know what, Angela, I'm sure it'll be a fine job. they have really high expectations of you here, and they don't give you the kind of support that you might get in a mainland style job. So we'll see. Thanks, Laura. I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with me and my ridiculous painting papers today. And I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys hanging with me and being my peeps, being my tribe. I definitely won't be on Tuesday, but I will be back on Friday, okay? And maybe I'll work on it, depending upon how my week goes. And not my job, the one I'm hiring for. You know, you guys, I just got to clean with it. I got to do my internal process. Yeah, there's lots of jobs at my new job. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I guess tomorrow will tell me. Well, I will see you guys on Friday. Laura, when are you streaming next? If you guys haven't subscribed to Laura's channel, it's the Jersey Crafter. Go over and go right next to her name and hit the 3 buttons and go over and subscribe. When are you streaming, Mama? Oh, thank you, Lori. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a great Sunday. She's not sure. Okay. Laura's not sure. But if you subscribe to her and then you hit the bell, YouTube sometimes gives you notifications. Okay? I can't say they all give you notifications because I don't know. I don't know what's up with YouTube. Well, I love you guys. Go over and enjoy each other. Become each other's crafty besties. Support each other on this road. Enjoy this community of YouTube that we have here in this like little crafty world. It's really wonderful. Oh, Arabella, awesome. And, you know, enjoy each other. Get to know each other. Become each other's crafty besties. You know what? It's what you don't think it makes a difference, but it really will. It'll make a difference in your life and in theirs too. I know you guys all mean so much to me, so I know that I'm grateful. All right, my lovelies, until Friday, unless I get a daft between then, and if I do, I'll come on and give you an update. All right? And as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so, so, so much aloha. So until Friday, aloha.